I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The Knicks should blow these boys out bad tonight. This should be an absolute no contest game. I'm not worried about these fools one bit. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. I just lied right there. I lied right there. I'll fake the confidence. I'll fake the confidence. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I am worried about Utah, but not because Utah is good. I'm worried about Utah because they all the way up there in the goddamn mountains, and it's difficult to travel all the way to Utah and play a basketball game when you're not used to playing basketball at that altitude. It is difficult. That is the only reason why I worry about Utah. East Coast teams don't have a good record against the Utah Jazz. That is the only reason why I'm not even nervous about the game, but why I could think this could end up being a close basketball game. Talent-wise, team-wise, coaching-wise, structure-wise, everything else, the Knicks should dominate tonight. It shouldn't be a close game. The Utah Jazz are not a good basketball team. They're 3-12. The Knicks are rolling. They're playing against a defense that is horrific. If you guys have seen any Utah Jazz basketball games, you know these boys don't guard anybody. So the Knicks should have wide open shots. The paint should be absolutely butt naked open because they're going to have presumably Kessler trying to guard Towns. And all right, you want to go guard Towns, get the hell out of the paint then. It's going to be open for Josh Hart. It's going to be open for JB. It's going to be open for McHale and OG. Now they are playing big. They're starting essentially like 3 7-foot guys. Kessler, John Collins, and Lauri Markkanen all in the starting front court. Okay, that matches up pretty good with us. But at the same time, like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Lauri Markkanen hasn't had like the greatest of years. He got that money and he said, cool, I'm going to sit back here because we're not looking to win games anyway. So again, it shouldn't be a contest tonight. If it is, it is. Also, I had a whole outfit planned out. I was putting it on, I was getting dressed, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it. That's not the vibe today. The vibe is chill. The vibe is super chill. It's 5 o'clock here on the East Coast on a Saturday, a basketball game. It's weird timing. It's late afternoon. I couldn't put that on and fake the funk because it's just chill. It's just chill. We're just chilling today. The vibes are all the way up here. We're going to continue to keep the vibes all the way up here. And it's going to be a good, fun night. We're going to roll to an absolute drubbing of this team. We're going to beat them down. It's not going to be close. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about nonsense again because that's what's going to happen a lot this season. We are going to blow these fools out constantly. Our offense is too good. We're clicking on too many cylinders right now for this Utah Jazz team to make me worried in any form or fashion. Again, the only thing I'm worried about is the fact that they're all the way up there in the mountains. And the Knicks, could come out and have a horrific shooting night. That's the only thing that could hold them down. They could just have a terrible shooting night. Could happen. What's poppin', everybody? Who we got? We got Big Task. We got Kinahara. We got Karen. We got Bernard, of course. All the usuals in the chat. What's poppin', everybody? Eamon Owis. What's up, Eamon? Bernard Johnson. I think I said you already, big dog. Big Task. Daniel Berry Sports. What's poppin', everybody? I did not see, maybe you guys saw, is Deuce McBride playing today? He was upgraded from out to questionable, so I don't know if he's playing or not. I guess we'll see. I could also look real quick. Also along the trip, they did say that Precious Achiuwa will start to practice, which means he's not going to be playing today. But I don't know, hopefully maybe by the Charlotte game, he'll be playing when we go back to the East. Because we got Utah today, we got Denver, we got Dallas, and we got Charlotte. There's also another thing I wanted to bring up, guys. You know what? I'll save this discussion more for halftime. I think there's more of a halftime discussion when we get more people in here. Isaiah Gardner, what's up, Isaiah? There's something I want to talk with you guys about, channel-wise, but we'll do that at halftime. Unclothed salamander sandwich. What's up, I'm gonna call you salamander, big dog. What's up, or sandwich? I can call you sandwich if you want. What's up, sandwich? The USS. That's pretty fire, Karen. That's a good nickname. Deuce is out. Okay. Deuce is out. I mean, the fact that he's progressing closer to playing is nice. Also, we're not going to need him tonight, presumably, against this Utah team. Hopefully, he's ready to go for Denver. Denver's going to be difficult. Dallas should be difficult, although Luka is going to miss that Dallas game, interestingly enough. They said he'll miss about a week, and that was like yesterday or 2 days ago or something. So that should bring us to the Dallas game. Unlikely he plays in the Dallas game. I guess it's not completely ruled out, but I think unlikely he plays in that Dallas game. Big Tass said, what do you think about the rumors of Donte DiVincenzo being traded back to the Knicks? Well, legally, that can't happen, big dog. There's something in the CBA that excludes the Knicks as being a team capable of trading for Donte DiVincenzo. Also, I don't believe they can make it work money-wise. They would have to trade Mitch, and the whole reason... Right, Mitch is the only guy who can match the salary, and the whole reason he was involved in the Karl-Anthony Towns trade was because they didn't want Mitch, so it had to be Donte. So it's just people. There was a report, a rumor that came out that Minnesota would be not interested, but would be willing to listen to offers for Donte DiVincenzo. If you guys didn't know, Donte's not having the greatest of years. He's shooting like 33% from three, well below league average. Well below his standards. He just hasn't really fit in well there, you know? But so he's apparently, I guess, going to be on the trade block. I don't think they're looking to trade him, but they'll listen to offers. Either way, that Minnesota thing doesn't look great still. But, you know, because Knicks fans heard that, they were like, well, can we get him back? No, we legally can't trade for him back. And any deals getting Donte DiVincenzo would require the Knicks to send out Mitchell Robinson. I guess in a world where it was legal, they could introduce a third team and try to work a three-way deal. He's not coming back to the Knicks. It's not happening. It's not happening, y'all. Keenhar said knee inflammation. See above, he hyperextended a few weeks ago. I'm worried. For Deuce, I'm not really worried. He's a football player. I mean, I guess, knee inflammation is never good, so you have the right to be worried. But he's also like a young kid I think he'll be fine. He's never really dealt with any serious injuries. It could happen to anybody at the same time. But, I think the Knicks are in a place right now, schedule-wise, the way the team is gelling right now, that I think they could prepare. They could afford to be cautious with Deuce and just keep him out until he's 100% ready to go. And it's not going to be a recurring thing this season. So all right, instead of rushing him back because we need him off the bench, Campaign has been fantastic as the sixth man while Deuce has been out. So they could afford to sort of just say, get 100% right, and then you can come back. Isaiah Gardner said Dante had his best career in the Knicks, let him play free. That could also end up being like his best season of his career. Like, he played out of his body last season. Like, there was bound to be some regression. And you know what? Like, I think that's also the bet that the front office made. It was like, that could end up being the best year of his career. Let's make the deal now for the superstar in Karl Anthony Towns and just bet on the fact that he's probably not going to replicate the success he had last season. It was a bet they made. And we'll see if it works out. So far this season, it seems like they made the right move. But I'm also a believer in Dante. I think Dante's going to be fine. It's just like a weird rhythm thing. He's off. He'll be fine as the season goes on. Whether they keep him or not, that three-point percentage will rise for sure. All right, here we go. We're starting off the game, though. Hopefully the Knicks get off to a good start and we can get right back into the flow of things. As the Jazz win the tip, Keontae George bringing it down, being picked up by Brunson. Brunson's going to get the start on Keontae George. I guess that's better than having him start on Colin Sexton. They get it over to Markkanen, who's being guarded by Josh Hart. Interesting. Over to Sexton in the corner for a three. He can't get it to go. Good box out from OG Anunoby. Towns picks up the rebound. Brunson pushing the pace, stops, short, puts up the floater over Kessler. Didn't choose to attack him all the way. Put up the floater over him as he does because he's smart. He's like, why am I going to attack the shot blocker? Just floated up and in. Got it to go. Knicks on the board first. John Collins up top being guarded by OG. Crosses over to his left, hands it off to Markkanen. Gets it over to Kessler. Remember, Kessler was involved in rumors being traded to the Knicks almost all summer, as the Knicks were looking for somebody to fill in the center role. Danny Ainge's price tag appeared to be too high for the Knicks. Colin Sexton knocks down a little mid-range jumper dancing around the Kessler screen. Brunson over to Bridges. He's dancing with it up top. Being guarded by Collins. Over to Towns, hands it off to Brunson, coming to his right, hesitation move, hang dribble, going along the baseline, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to OG, no hesitation out of the corner for three, can't get it to go, it was a good shot. I need the Knicks to get out to a fast start here tonight. Colin Sexton pushing the pace over to Markkanen. Markkanen up top, gets it over to George, who's going to fire right wing three, no hesitation, too strong, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound, quick outlet to Brunson, Brunson pushing the pace a little bit, over to Bridges, Bridges on the right wing, no hesitation. All right, I need us to start knocking out some shots, Knicks. Keontae George bringing it down the other way. Tied at 2-2, 10:30 to go here in the first quarter. Starting off the game here, John Collins going to fire left corner three, and he knocks down the three. John Collins has low-key kind of been Utah's best player so far this season. He's been fantastic for them. But it's also saying a lot about that roster that John Collins has been your best player. Josh Hart over the Towns. Towns is going to fire three over Kessler. Well short. Just grazed the front of the rim. Here comes Collins bringing it down. Sexton. Colin Sexton, not Collins. Colin Sexton. Gets it over to Markkanen in the high post on the right wing. Attacking OG, goes up, can't get it to go, but he did draw the foul, and OG, he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. We're under 10 minutes to go now. Slim Slam, what's up, Slim? Mark, what's up, Mark? Markkanen is at the foul line for 2 free throws. Utah currently leading 5-2. The Knicks have gotten decent shots from the perimeter, but haven't knocked anything down. As Markkanen misses a free throw, we love when our opponents miss free throws. Markkanen usually a knockdown free throw shooter, but he's starting the game 0 for 1 from the foul line now. James Sumler, what's up, James? Markkanen does knock down the second free throw. Maybe I was asking too much for him to go 0 for 2. Brunson bringing it down against Keontae George coming to his left. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Collins. That's an interesting matchup. They're putting John Collins on Bridges. Anunoby off the town screen, coming down the lane, gets blocked by Kessler in the paint. Come on, OG. It's too soft. Not against the shot blocker. You got to go into the shot blocker, and in transition, marking in a three, can't get it to go. Kessler with the rebound, tried to put it up and over Anunoby. Over Bridges. Looks like Bridges got a piece of it. I hope Bridges got a piece of it because I was nowhere near the basket for Kessler there. Kessler obviously more known for his defense, but you're right in front of the basket. You got to hit the rim on those. Unless you got blocked by Bridges, in which case, what are you doing getting blocked by Bridges either way? Off the inbounds, Collins another three, and the same result for John Collins, who starts the game 2 for 2 from three-point range, and the Utah Jazz are up 9-2 now. Josh Hart has it on the right wing, being guarded by Sexton. Josh Hart spinning to his right over off a Towns screen. Towns up top, throws it inside to Bridges, who gets fouled by Markkanen. Side out of bounds for the Knicks. Isaiah Gardner said Knicks always struggle to play in Utah and Denver. Pretty much every East Coast team is going to struggle to play in Utah and Denver. That's just a regional built-in advantage they have. Mikal Bridges, with the team struggling to find the shot, goes to the tried and true mid-range fall-away jumper. He's been absolutely automatic with that shot all season long. 9 minutes to go, just under 9 minutes to go. Sexton has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. He's driving to his left, going down, scoop play with the left hand, can't get it to go. Good contest between Bridges and Josh Hart and Bridges collide to steal the ball away from Kessler. Hart leaves it off for Bridges. Knock me down, Bridges. Off the front of the rim, can't get it to go. Bridges, we need some of these above the break threes to go down, big dog. Here comes Utah, bringing it down the other way. Over to Collins, hands it back off to Keontae George, and a moving screen on John Collins. Brunson finding great ways to cause turnovers on the defensive side. Yvette, what's up, Yvette? Brunson bringing it down against Keontae George, the second-year player. Brunson has it on the right wing. Looking for a screen. Ooh, quick crossover to his right, creates the space. Can't knock down the pull-up three, though. And the Knicks are getting good looks, and I did mention before the game, like, this is very much a possibility with the elevation of Utah. The Knicks could have a bad shooting game here tonight. But the Knicks calls yet another turnover. The offense is struggling a bit, but the defense isn't. And John Collins chases down Mikal Bridges with a wide open shot and with a wide open layup in transition. And on the other side, marking and attacking, gets the layup to go. Anunoby had to lay off a little bit, already picked up the foul earlier in the game, didn't want to pick up two. And Brunson and Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks coaching staff want a timeout to talk a couple of things over with right now. They gotta get adjusted into this. Kinahara said, our shooting is way off. That is the Utah effect. This could be a fourth quarter thing before they really start to get going. Utah, Denver. I mean, usually the way the schedule is designed, you go to Utah first to play and then you go to Denver to play. You usually shoot it better in Denver, as James Sumler with James, my brother James. Appreciate you, James, becoming a member of the stream. Shout out my man, James. Thank you, James. Thank you. But usually the first game in elevated conditions like this, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really difficult. John Doe, what's up, John? Did the Knicks ever win when you need them to? They did a lot last year. Needed them to win a lot of games last year, and they came through majority of the time. J3XMB, what's up, Jay? Do you think Josh Hart will score 12 and a half? Yes, against this Utah team, yes. The New York Knicks starting five. All five players are averaging well into double figures. It is how they score a majority of their points. Josh Hart, his energy and his effort is going to be much needed on a night like tonight, where it appears like the shooting is going to be way off, especially with the elevation. It's looking like so far the way the game is starting. Obviously, there's time to make it better, but it's appearing like it's going to be the kind of night where they're not going to be reliant on their three-point shooting. At least, hopefully, they recognize that and they attack the basket. That's going to lead to Josh Hart being a huge part of the offense tonight, because we need his ability to get downhill, get to the basket, and collapse the defense. So yeah, I think Josh Hart will get over 12 and a half. It's looking like a Josh Hart night. At least in theory, we're going to need him. Karen said, the altitude is a challenge for most visiting teams for all sports. Yep. Absolutely. It's just an inherent advantage teams like Utah and Denver just have, just because of where they're located. I appreciate you, James. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the support, my man. Kay Hazy said, good thing they got some rest before the game. Yeah, they had 2 days off before coming here. That's obviously intentional with the schedule makers. East Coast teams will usually have an extra day of rest when traveling to Utah and or Denver. And then especially for East Coast teams, they usually sandwich both of those games one right after another so they can get you in the altitude, you can get used to it, and then they can get you out. All right, we're back into it. Brunson has it up top. It's 11-4. Knicks currently down. Brunson coming to his left over to Towns on the pick and pop. They leave him open, straightaway three, and he still can't get it to go, and the Knicks still struggling from three. 0 for 6 so far in the start. Collins, Sexton rushing it down. They feed Collins in the paint, throws up a righty hook over Jalen Brunson on the mismatch, and he gets it to go down, and Collins is going to start off with 8 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Josh Hart pushing it down, draws the foul on Sexton, and there he is. Like I said, we're going to need somebody to go to the basket here, and Josh Hart's our best bet in the starting lineup. Jonathan Martinez, what's up, John? Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Might need a bigger lineup tonight. We will see. I doubt it. I know you want it, Yak, but you got to give up on the dream until Mitchell Robinson comes back. Precious Achiuwa will play alongside Towns. You got to give up on the dream until Mitchell Robinson comes back. If he doesn't do it with Mitchell Robinson, I'm sorry, boss. He definitely not doing it with Jericho Sims or Ariel Hukporty. I'd be very surprised. I would be flabbergasted if he played a two-big lineup with either of those players. He'll do it with Precious, because Precious can play a 4 alongside Towns, and we know that's his preference to keep him at the 5. And we'll see if he has the stomach to do it with Mitch. We'll see, Yak. We'll see. Josh Hart splits a pair of free throws, by the way. Keontae George attacking to his left, spins to his right, puts it up over Towns. Great contest from Towns, but that left Kessler wide open to come from the weak side for the offensive rebound and put back after the initial contest from Towns. Bridges on the left wing. It's 15-5. Knicks down 10 early. Bridges has it up top against Sexton, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes against Keontae George. Brunson's going to pull it out, stopping, crossing over to his right off the Towns screen. Good screen from Towns. Tried to jam it inside the Mikal Bridges. Not a good pass there from Brunson. It got knocked away. It's out of bounds. It will at least remain with the Knicks, though. John Doe said, but with that in mind, should they be way off the travel than Utah Nuggets? I'm not sure what you're asking, John. Not sure what you're asking, big dog. Brunson feeds it inside to Josh Hart. Pump fake goes up, gets it to go down. Josh Hart getting in on the action here. Knicks feeding him a little bit more. Isaiah Collier is in the game here. They feed it over to, who is that? Keontae George, I believe. Is that Eubanks feeding it back to George, who's driving it in, gets the layup to go over Towns. Towns backing off a little bit, didn't want to commit the foul. Brunson bringing it down on the right wing and gets fouled out on the perimeter. Jordan Clarkson has also checked in for the Utah Jazz. Knicks still remaining with that starting 5. Anunoby's going to inbound it. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Over to Towns. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Eubanks. Is going to blow right past him in the paint. Stops, pump fake, spins, kicks it out. Anunoby leaves it off. Bridges in the left corner for 3. And the Knicks still remain scoreless from the three-point line. 0 for 7 now, I believe. They swing it over to Clarkson in transition. Pump fakes out of the left corner. Euro steps in the paint. Misses the layup, but gets his own put back. And the Knicks getting run out of the Utah gym so far here. 19-7. Brunson leaning in, driving down, goes to his floater, gets it to go, looking for a foul call as he hit the floor, didn't get it. He's slow to get up, and the Utah Jazz are pushing the other way. Keontae George in transition, a pull-up 3, splashes it, nothing but net. And the Knicks are getting killed right now in transition. Josh Hart pushing the other way, putting his head down, attacking the basket, kicks it out. Anunoby, left corner 3, answer me. There we go. OG with our first basket from three-point range. Collier attacking the other way quickly and scores. And the Utah Jazz are just pushing the pace, making the Knicks run, using their altitude to advantage. Brunson's going to drive it down. He takes the foul bump. Foul on the floor out on the perimeter. 24-12. Knicks currently down 12 points now. Scoreboard slightly off. There we go. Mark said trading buckets isn't going to help work either. Yeah. They gotta stop these guys. But at the same time, they have 12 points in 7 minutes of this game. Like they gotta score some. They gotta score some here. I think the defense has been okay. It hasn't been terrible. It's been okay. It's obviously got to be better. Brunson gets to his mid-range jumper, gets it to go down. Okay, a couple of jump shots starting to go down for the Knicks. Hopefully that's a sign that they're just getting into the action, taking in the altitude here in Utah, adjusting to it. Hopefully the second, third, and fourth quarters will be a much better shooting performance. And an offensive foul yet again on the Utah Jazz. These handoffs getting them in trouble here. That's their second offensive foul. 25-26 was popping, my guy. OG Anunoby opened. Tyler Kolek's in the game, by the way, for Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby opened the Knicks floodgates, hopefully from three. Let's see if they'll go down. Campaign is also in the game. Driving to his left, gets into the paint, kicks it to Anunoby, left corner three. 2 straight threes for OG Anunoby. And the Utah Jazz call a timeout because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. The avalanche is right there. It just takes one little pebble, and OG Anunoby was that little pebble. He said, let me throw this in. Let me go ahead and throw it on the mountain real quick. Let me see if things shake. Things are starting to shake. 2 straight threes for OG Anunoby, a mid-range jumper for Jalen Brunson, and is down to a 7-point game. Obviously, like, was it Mark? I think Mark said it. Obviously, you can't trade baskets all night long with Utah. You're going to have to come up with some stops, and I believe they will. Again, adjusting to the altitude. We'll see how the rest of the game plays out. They're finally knocking down some perimeter jumpers, which is good. Nick Yak said, incredible how bad we protect the paint. Is outscoring everyone the plan. For the most part, Yak, yeah. For the most part. That's going to be the plan. They're expecting the defense to get better once Deuce McBride gets back and once Precious Achiuwa gets back, not to mention the Mitchell Robinson thing. That's lying. We'll see what they do with that. Obviously, I'm in the camp of hopefully they keep him. But at the same time, you never know what the plans might end up being. The Knicks have sort of become synonymous with making a big trade mid-season. They did that with Josh Hart. Then they did that with OG Anunoby. And last season. And we'll see what they do this year. I feel like I'm forgetting a mid-season trade. But either way. It sort of seems like they take a snapshot of their team and how the season's going. They're like, okay, what do we need to address? We'll go address that. Now, they're obviously down a bunch of assets, but we'll see how the Mitchell Robinson thing plays out. But yeah, for the most part, while their best defenders are injured right now, their plan is to outscore their opponents and run their opponents and just say, like, you're not going to beat Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges. Not to mention OG Anunoby's having his best offensive season and Josh Hart's having his best offensive season. So, for the most part, yeah. Yeah. For the most part right now, that's their plan. Outscore their opponents. Mark said, isn't that the point of the game of basketball, outscoring your opponents? Yes, it is. I thought that. I didn't want to make the joke, but yes. But we know what he means. Like, to just out-offense our opponent rather than, like, holding them to 98, 100, low 100 points. Like, can we just outscore them by scoring 130 points and they can't keep up with that? So I know what he means, but yeah, that is the point. Jay said, is Josh Hart still in? Right now, the Knicks have Payne, Kolek, Anunoby, Sims, and Bridges, so Josh Hart is on the bench. Who's that? Cody Williams is in the game. Rookie Cody Williams. Mikal Bridges jumps the passing lane, steals it, and he throws it down with 2 hands, and the Knicks are off and running. There's your defense, Yak. There's your defense. And the Utah Jazz just throw it out of bounds. They can't even inbound the ball right now. This is why, before the game started, you're seeing both things that I said. I'm not worried about this Utah Jazz team. They're not good. And then I also said it could be dangerous because the Knicks shooting could not show up tonight. There's a possibility that it won't show up tonight because the altitude is going to make it difficult, and we'll see how they adjust to it. And you're seeing both things kind of come to fruition, but at the same time, here comes the Knicks. Anunoby out of the right corner for 3, gets fouled, and 1 from OG from 4. Oh, no, I thought it was a foul. I thought I heard the whistle. No foul. He did knock down the 3, though. Thought it was a 4-point play. It's just a regular corner 3. It should have been a landing spot foul. As good defense from Bridges forces a miss from Clarkson. They throw it ahead. Anunoby, he's going to put up a right wing 3. Another one? If he would have knocked that down, it would have been 4 straight 3s for OG. Instead, he's 3 for 4. 22 now to 24. It's a 2-point game. And, you know, there goes that 10, 12, 14-point lead that Utah has. John Collins has it up top, gets it over to Eubanks. Eubanks being guarded by Sims. Hands it off to Collier. Collier being guarded by Kolek, coming to his right off the Eubanks screen, leaves it off inside the Eubanks. Good defense from Sims. They're absolutely surrounding Eubanks. There's a turnover. Good help from Kolek. Payne picks it up. He's pushing the pace, putting his head down. Now he's going to pull it back out over to OG. Pump fakes, gets to the mid-range, shoves it over to Sims. Ooh, he tried to throw it down over Eubanks. No foul call. Anunoby a rebound. Still no foul call. He's looking at the ref with the palms up in the air. And Clarkson coming down the other way. Gets blocked from behind by Bridges. And then Collins picks it up and lays it up and in. A lot of action right now for the Knicks. And the defense is playing really well. He's playing really well. Bridges, left wing, a dribble pull-up three. Still can't knock down these above-the-break threes with regularity. But he looks confident in shooting them, though. He's still taking them, which is a good sign. Collins has it on the right corner in the high post. And they tried to get it over to Clarkson, and Kolek comes up with the steal. Bridges pushing the other way, lost the handle. Payne is going to pick it up over to Kolek on the left wing. Line me up, Kolek. Kolek lines me up, baby. Tyler Kolek for three. He's playing well to start the game. This could be his best game of his young rookie career. I'm waiting for it, Tyler. We've had Hug Porty moments. We've had Bakom Daddier minutes. Where's my Tyler Kolek minutes? My Tyler Kolek moments, I should say. Bridges again knocks the pass out of bounds, getting into the passing lane. A lot of deflections early in this game for the Knicks. Karen reminding people hit the like button. Yes, if you're in the stream right now and you have yet to hit the like button, please go ahead. Support the stream. It's free. It's easy. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. The more you do it, the more people end up seeing the stream. The more people who see the stream end up joining the stream. The more people we have in stream, the more people we have in chat. And the more people we have in chat, the more fun we get to have. Town subs back in for Sims. Kessler has it up top, over to Clarkson. Clarkson, cross-court pass to the rookie Cody Williams. Cody Williams puts it up in the right wing. High arcing shot, can't get it to go. Kessler with the rebound, and then they call a foul on the floor on Kolek. Mark said that rat tail, though, from Sexton. Sexton's signature rat tail. Josh Hart subbing back in for OG Anunoby. Mark said BS foul. Yeah, it looked like campaign. It looked like Colin Sexton just sort of fell over on his own, but they gave the foul to Kolek there. Clarkson up top directing traffic, feeds Kessler, rolling to the basket, kicks it out to Sexton for a three, can't get it to go. Good boxing out from Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart comes flying in for the rebound. He's bringing it down. Leaves it off for Bridges. Bridges up top, coming to his right off the town screen. Kessler switches onto him. They're going to give it right back to Bridges. Go to work. Crosses over to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Kessler. Off the front rim. Can't get it to go. Would have went a little crazy for you there, my boy. Would have went a little crazy there for you, Mikal Bridges. Clarkson crosses over to his left on Payne. Stops, pump fakes, and then throws it away. Tried to hit Cody Williams along the baseline. Bad pass in the opposite corner from Jordan Clarkson, who should be your veteran guy who doesn't make silly turnovers like that, but I guess it's contagious when you're a bad team. I shouldn't say I guess. It is contagious when you're a bad team. Kolek coming to his left off the town screen, feeds it up top to Towns, catches, coming to his right, blowing past the defense, Euro steps down the lane, kicks it out Kolek. He's going to pump fake. He didn't have a clean catch. He's going to go to his floater, comes up short. Towns offensive rebound in the paint, puts it up, gets blocked by Kessler, kicks it out to Bridges, right corner three wide open, and he gets it to go. Okay, the Knicks offense is starting to come around, guys. The Knicks offense is starting to come around. They're knocking down shots now. It's nice to see. We're under a minute to go here, and the Knicks have taken the lead, 28-26. Cody Williams is going to dribble into a pull-up three. Way off, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound over to Payne. Payne bringing it down, hit ahead to Kolek, catches and fires in transition, no hesitation. Off the back rim. I would have went a little crazy for Kolek there if he would have been able to knock that one down. Here comes Clarkson coming the other way, right side of the court, picked up by Bridges. They throw it over the top to Markkanen, who spins along the baseline, knocks down a jumper over Karl Anthony Towns, who was a little late there. Helping out. Campaign bringing it down. Jonathan Martinez with a membership as well. Appreciate you, John. I appreciate you, brother. Welcome, welcome. Or is that a Reese? Appreciate you, big dog. Campaign step back right wing three, hit off the front rim, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Clarkson ends up with it. 5-4. Shot clock winding down. Payne almost picked it up with the steal. Clarkson's going to pick it back up and pass up the final shot for some reason, and that's going to bring us to the end of of the quarter. I appreciate you, John Martinez. I appreciate you, big dog. I'm going to throw you up on the TV just because I appreciate it so dang much. Thank you. Over a month in for John as a member of the channel. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Keno Hara said, yeah, Kolek is trying to do his Connect impression. Not quite yet. Connect had it was against this Utah team. You're right. Connect, the rookie for the Lakers, Dalton Connect, had a career high. Obviously, season just started. 37 points. I think he hit like 9 threes against this team. No, Kolek's not known for his three-point shooting. He came out of college known as a passer. And it was very evident that the three-point shot was going to be a work in progress. But he's firing away, which I like. I like the audacity. All right, guys, I'm going to hit the add button real quick. Of course, we hit it once every quarter, and then we'll be done with it. Boom. All right. So end of the first quarter, it's 28-26. It was 24-12, I believe, with 5 minutes left to go. And the Knicks offense started to come around. They knocked down 2 threes, 2 straight threes for OG Anunoby, or 3 straight threes for OG Anunoby, actually. And then Mikal Bridges also got in on the action. And now we're moving and grooving. I actually want to look at the box score real quick. Normally, I don't like looking at the box scores after the first quarter because after the first quarter, I like to say the first quarter is a feel-out quarter, right? Especially when you're playing in altitude against the Utah Jazz or the Denver Nuggets like we will on Monday night. But Bridges with 7, Anunoby with 9 with the 3 threes. Brunson with 6, Hart with 3. Towns, funnily enough, has yet to score. Scores tied? My bad. 28-28. Let's get our second quarter scoreboard ready to go. John said I had to. This is my favorite channel. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate you. And again, at halftime, we're going to talk about a couple of things about the channel. Things that I will be changing and improving and content-wise, what you should be expecting going forward. All right, here we go. Tied at 28. Towns has it rolling to the basket, and he picks up a charge. Kolek fed it to him rolling. Went right into the defense. They built the wall right in front of him, and he ran right into it. D-Naz cool. John D. Z. It's popping cool. He said, yeah. I'm not a fan of Utah, so I'm biased. I'm also not a fan of Utah. Wombat Doodle. What's up, Wombat? All right, let's get into the game. My bad. Jordan Clarkson up top gets it over to, I'm not even sure who that young man is. I'm going to have to look at the scoreboard. Who is in right now for Utah? They get it over to Eubanks. Eubanks hands it off to the young man, who I don't know his name of, misses it. Josh Hart with the rebound. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges on the left wing. Feeds Towns as the trailer. Coming to his left. He's got some space. Attacking the basket. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart in the corner. Pump fakes. Driving to his left. Stopping. Pump faking. Spinning. Flips it up with the right hand. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Good box out from Markkanen. And they call a foul on Markkanen, I believe. Ball's going to stay here with the Knicks. Love to see it. D-Naz cool. What's poppin', my guy? How are you doing? Are you rooting for the Knicks? Are you a Knicks fan? You did say you weren't a Jazz fan. So I'm going to assume you're a Knicks fan. You can see by my attire who I'm clearly rooting for. Who's in for the... Oh, that's Johnny Juzang. Bridges driving down and just loses it, and he's upset. I like the emotion out of Bridges. I need more emotion out of Bridges. I need more fire and desire out of him. And as he's feeling more comfortable in this Knicks team, you're starting to see that. You're starting to see that come out of him more, which I like. Sexton has it up top. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson on the right wing being guarded by Josh Hart. Over to Markkanen. Puts up the 3. Gets it to go over Bridges. All right, let's not let Markkanen get going. 31-28. Under 11 minutes to go. We're just over a minute here in the second quarter. Kolek has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Knicks with Kolek, Bridges, Payne, Hart, and Towns in the lineup right now. Bridges Taking it all the way out, looking to attack Kessler off the bounce after the switch. Driving to the baseline, fall away jumper, can't get it to go. But Towns right there fighting for the offensive rebound, a little putback. Little tip-in putback for Karl Anthony Towns for his first points of the game. Sexton gets it over to Clarkson. Gets it over to Markkanen. Markkanen up top being guarded by Josh Hart. Gets it over to Juzang. Over to Markkanen. Driving to his left, putting his head down, attacking Towns. Goes up and finishes through the chest of Towns. That's just a tough drive and finish from Markkanen there. Josh Hart can't let that straight line drive go through so easily like that. Give him a little bit of deterrence. Although Markkanen, he's a big dude, big strong dude. Payne in the middle of the paint, fall away jumper, gets it to go. Good move from Cam Payne, good shot. Get us something easy. Colin Sexton bringing it down. 33-32, 1 point game. Utah up. Clarkson has it up top coming to his left. Bridges sticking with him. They show two to the ball. Cross-court pass to Juzang. Catches, fires. He's known for his shooting, but comes up short there. Kolek with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top, looking to get it to somebody. He's telling Kolek to clear out, but now gives it to Kolek. He's going to pull it back out. Back up top to Josh Hart. Over to Payne. Catches, pump fakes, driving it down, going all the way. Scoop layup with the left hand, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And they say Payne picked up the ball, but they say Payne was out of bounds, didn't reestablish himself in the paint before he touched the ball. Out of bounds, ball going to Utah. Wombat Doodle said, is anyone out tonight? Nobody out of the ordinary. McBride still remains out. Precious still remains out. And obviously Robinson is out. Markkanen has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby, who's just checked in here. They get it over to Markkanen. 3 over Anunoby, splashes it, and here comes Markkanen. Markkanen has had a pretty rocky season. The efficiency hasn't been there for Markkanen, but of course he's going to get it going against the Knicks tonight as Towns steps back for a straightaway three after trailing the play, and he can't get it to go. Towns continues to miss fire tonight. Hasn't been a great Towns tonight so far. Over to Clarkson, who pump fakes, driving it down, takes the bump from Hart, gets blocked by Josh Hart. He's going to pick up the rebound too. Hit ahead to Payne. Payne's going to shoot a transition three. I don't like those, and he can't get it to go. Kessler hustling down for the rebound. Quick outlet to Sexton, who's going to drive it right through the chest of Payne, and he gets the bucket and one. No charge on Sexton, but they do call a foul on the Knicks for barreling into him afterwards, and he knocks down the floater. He's going to the foul line for one more. Aggressive drive from Colin Sexton there. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? Karen reminding people of the like button. Yes, we're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the like button yet. Please go ahead, hit that like button. It really helps to support the stream, guys. Thank you. It's free and easy. Free and easy. Sexton knocks down his and one free throw. 39-32. Brunson on the left wing, who's just checked back in. Going onto the baseline. Pulling it all the way back out inside the Towns, who had positioning on Sexton, and he lays it up and in. Beautiful play from Brunson and Towns there. Knicks get an easy one. Dean Ascool said Josh is going to heat up. We need somebody to heat up. Anunoby knocked down 3 threes in that first quarter, which felt great as Juzang dribbles into a straightaway three and gets it to go. Brunson going under the screen. That's the one thing Juzang can do well is shoot. Let's not give him open looks too. Come on, Knicks. They feed Towns, rolling to the basket, can't get it to go as the trailer, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws as he was fouled by Eubanks. Jelani Crawford. What's up, Jelani? Towns will have a better second half. I mean, we're going to need it. We're going to need it. Steven Maxim. What's up, Steven? Indigo? Hope that's not tap water. It is not, big dog. You can see the water cooler over there in the corner. It is freshly filtered water, my brother. Freshly filtered water. Filtered glass water. Way better than bottled water. And it tastes better. You feel better when you drink it. Benjamin Alexander, what's up, Ben? What color is ketchup? Come on, dog. Red. Although that is a lot of food coloring to make it that bright red. Anyway, Towns knocks down both of his free throws, as he tends to do. 7:40 to go. Clarkson on the left wing, dancing with it, coming to his right. Anunoby switches onto him. Over to Eubanks, being guarded by Towns. Driving to his right on Towns, flips it up with the right hand, can't get it to go, but they call a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Come on, refs. That's just a little bump. It's just a little bump. Wallback Doodle said, I'm not watching a catch-up game all day. Eubanks misses both of the free throws. Love to see it. And the Knicks fighting themselves for the rebound. Towns ended up with it. Brunson driving to his left, being guarded by Juzang. This should be a matchup Brunson should be able to exploit here. Coming to his right off the Towns screen. Feeds it over to Towns in the high post. Now driving to his right. Goes right into Juzang. Flips it up with the right hand. Towns starting to get it going. Towns starting to cook a little bit here. It's a 4-point game, 42-38. Approaching the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. Collier has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby on the switch. They feed John Collins in the low post, being guarded by Josh Hart. Flips it up with the right hand, gets it to go. We talked about it at the top of the show. John Collins has low-key been their best player this year. Brunson has it up top, coming to his left off the Town screen. High screen set for him. Dribble, pull up three, can't get it to go. Anunoby right there for the offensive rebound and put back, but he got hit in the face, and the refs didn't call anything as Anunoby hits the floor. And then Juzang goes right into Brunson for an offensive foul. They got to show the replay on the Anunoby layup attempt. Show me the replay. Anunoby standing there with his left eye closed, saying he got slapped in the face in the offensive rebound attempt. And now Brunson talking to the refs. The refs, I don't know what's going on with the refs in the Knicks. Look, every team has a gripe with the ref. But it seems to be some obvious fouls that the refs haven't called yet. Steven Maxim said, what do we need for the Knicks to click? Well, there's a couple of things going on with the Knicks. Season long, but we'll keep it focused on the game unless you want to get into the season thing. But I'll keep it focused on the game and you let me know about the season thing. The issue in this game so far, one, is the altitude. You could tell it's clearly affecting the Knicks. The legs aren't entirely there. That's a little bit of an excuse. Every team has to go through it. But every team also struggles with it, especially Eastern Conference teams, where one, it's a different time zone. Two, you're not used to that altitude. And three, the time zone difference and the altitude thing, working in coalition with each other, messes your game up. It just messes your rhythm up. It's difficult to play in. It is what it is. It's low-key an excuse, but it's also real. That is a real thing. That's number one about this game, because you can tell they're getting good looks, and some shots are just falling short, or they're just not hitting shots that they usually do, or they're huffing and puffing, and the pace of the game makes it difficult, which is why Utah teams and Denver teams historically usually play at really fast pace. Usually. Not always, obviously, but usually that's because they want to use the altitude to their advantage. Tom Thibodeau, usually when coaches come coach against these Utah teams, they have short rotations. That is not a thing Tom Thibodeau likes to do. So what do the Knicks need to do to click a little bit more in this game? Number one, I think they have to slow the game down. They're allowing Utah to sort of push them a little bit in terms of pace and like, all right, now we're going to rush the ball up on you guys because you just did it to us. And you get into that kind of game, but you can't get caught into it. Hendricks Reyes, what's up, Hendricks? But the thing they really need to talk about right now is sort of getting their defensive intensity back into the game. They did a really good job previously in the first quarter when they were down 12, 11, 15 points, something like that. The way they got into the game was causing turnovers and getting easy buckets. And against a bad, young Utah team, that is the easiest and simplest way you can get into it. The defense has to talk better, and they have to keep the ball out of the hands of their best players. Obviously easier said than done, but allowing the ball to be fed to Collins in the middle of the paint, in the high post, against a smaller defender, Josh Hart, not great defense. Team has to dig down and help out there. Also, allowing Markkanen to get open looks. And they're semi-contested. They're not wide open looks, but getting good looks straight away from three when he's a knockdown three-point shooter. Get out on that guy. Run him off the line. Force him to attack the paint. You know. The great FIFA player, Randy Slim. What's popping, everybody? Brunson has it on the right wing. Over to Towns. Towns hands it off to Brunson. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby back to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. Puts up the three. Again, misfiring from three. Juzang with the rebound. Here comes the Jazz. Collins on the right wing, dancing with it. Puts up a jumper over Anunoby, and they call another foul on OG. OG getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Come on, dog. Hornback Doodle said we need to stop playing victim and find a way. I don't know what that means. What do you mean playing victim? Who is playing victim? What does that mean in reference to a basketball game, brother? Patrick Thomas. What's popping, Patrick? Tibbs needs to play Cat at the 4 and put Sims or Area Hug 40 with him. That will take off some pressure of a Cat to be the only rim protector. I don't know, big dog. I don't know. We've talked about this endlessly. The reason why he doesn't do it is because then you're not going to be one of the best offenses in the league. Jericho Sims or an aerial hug 40. You know, not the greatest of centers. As Brunson drives it down, kicks it out to OG for a three. Can OG continue his great shooting? And yes, he does. OG Anunoby knocks down yet another three. He's his fourth of the game. He's 4 for 6 from three for 12 points. All of his points have come from three-point range so far. Collier has it up top, and they call an off-ball foul, I believe, on Campaign, trying to fight over the Eubank screen. 5:48 to go. Steven said, Josh Hart won me over, but so did DiVincenzo. Pause. Come on, dog. You don't got to pause that. What are you pausing? Keontae George over to Juzang for a left wing three, and he knocks it down. Johnny Juzang, the only thing he can do well is shoot threes. And we're letting him be comfortable outside the three-point line. Come on, guys. The Knicks are 1 for 5 from three in this quarter, and the Jazz are 4 for 6. And they call 3 seconds on the Jazz, so a free point for the Knicks, presumably. Please knock down your free throws, Knicks. Slim Slammer said, Patrick Thomas, I'm with you, but we're short-handed with the backups in terms of the bigs. I mean, I said it to Yak earlier. Yak has been asking Tom Thibodeau to do it all year, and I get it. But at the same time, he'll play Towns and Achua together. We'll see if he decides to go with the Towns-Robinson lineup when Robinson comes back. He's not doing it with Jericho Sims and Ariel Hug 40. They're not good enough to do it. They're not. He's not doing it. He's not going to trust those guys. Brunson coming to his left of the Town screen, stops in the mid-range, gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart in the corner, loses the ball out of bounds. It's going back to the Jazz. Keith Kendrick, what's up, Keith? He said, we take the lead and then give up a big run. Yeah, I mean, that's just basketball sometimes, brother. You know? Celtics did it the other night against the Wizards. Like, sometimes you play down to your opponent, and it kind of sucks. Knicks are in enemy territory tonight in Utah. They got to get their act together. As Keontae George crosses over, goes along the baseline, shoots a floater, can't get it to go, and Towns comes up limping. Not great. Brunson attacking the other way over to Campaign, who pump fakes, driving to his right, puts up a floater along the baseline, can't get it to go. Towns never really made it down on offense, but now he's back on defense, and he's not limping anymore, but it doesn't look great. Keontae George dribble, pull up straightaway three, and he rattles it in. Knicks back down by 10. 52-42. Why is my score so off? 52-42. Towns has it up top, and he looks fine now. Okay, putting it between his legs, hit Brunson, come back door, out the paint, extra pass, Anunoby pump fakes, out of the three, kicks it back to Brunson, wide open left corner three, and Jalen Brunson continues to misfire JB. Brother, come on, dog. And Towns still got a little bit of a limp to him. Don't like it. Keontae George up top, crossing over to his right, hesitation dribble, driving it all the way down, throws it inside the Eubanks, who goes up and lays it up and in. Towns didn't really contest there. Gotta wonder if the knee, the leg, something bothering him a little bit. I don't like it. Josh Hart is going to bring the ball down as the Knicks call a timeout. Knicks back down by 12. All right, so they had something going, and they've completely lost it. Now they're going to have to claw and climb their way back into this game against Utah. Keenan Harris said we're just lethargic. Yeah. Jay said, is Josh still in? He is still in. He was out there right before they called a timeout. Josh Hart is sitting at just 3 points for you, brother. He'll pick it up, though. You said 12.5. I wouldn't really worry about 12.5 in Josh Hart. He'll get it going. Ivan, what's up, Ivan? We're having altitude problems. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The Knicks pretty reliant on three-point shooting in terms of, like, shooting it well. And it's clear they don't really have their legs under them. And they're not shooting it well. And Utah has built a 12-point lead over them. But it's not just the shooting. The defense, it seemed like it was starting off the game really well. And it's kind of cratered a little bit. Towns came up limping, so gotta wonder what that's about. That's horrifying. The Knicks are already lacking depth with a lot of guys out. Obviously, a lot of teams are lacking depth, but Darisha Carter, what's up, Darisha? Cam's place, what's up, Cam? I did 28 for Brunson. That's not looking great, Cam. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. Brunson is sitting on just 7 points and 0 for 4 from 3 with 3 assists. This might have to end up being just like a Jalen Brunson passing game because the perimeter shooting is not there after coming off an absolute heater against Phoenix. The altitude clearly affecting Brunson a little bit more and he's 0 for 4 from 3. Towns is 0 for 3 from 3. Anunoby's really the only guy who has anything going from the perimeter. He's 4 for 7. Bridges is 1 for 5. Kolek is 1 for 2. Tibbs has only played 8 guys so far. It might be the kind of thing where you throw Pacom Dadier out there or Matt Ryan and just say, can any of you guys hit a 3 for us? Any of you guys got it going outside of Anunoby? Patrick said, Mitch was never an offensive threat, but was a rim protector, rebounder that could help on defense. There is enough offense with Brunson, Cat, OG, and Bridges. Yeah, and I assume he'll play Mitch and Towns together. Not a lot. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes here and there, depending on the matchups. But he's not playing Sims and Hug Porty, who, as good as they are, aren't great rim protectors. They're okay. They're decent at it. But there's a reason why those guys are 3rd and 4th string centers. All right, we're back into it. Brunson up top coming to his left. Towns remains in the game, which could be seen as a good sign. Brunson dancing with it. He's got Eubanks shaking everywhere. They overhelp. Anunoby another 3. Comes up short. Towns knocks the rebound out to Brunson. Brunson, extra pass over to Josh Hart. Left wing 3, no hesitation. Josh Hart gets a 3 to go. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Jazz bringing it down. Knicks have cut the lead down to 9. Single digits, thankfully. We got a subscription from Inebriated Icon. Appreciate you, big dog. Welcome. Keontae George feeds John Collins in the paint. Flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Good deep. Oh, no, they called the foul. Called the foul on OG. They're calling a lot of fouls right now on OG. OG's hacking and whacking out there. That's 3 fouls on OG. And we got 3 minutes to go here in the second. I don't know about that. Come on, OG. Yak said, Towns minus 23, Sims plus 11. Yeah, Towns hasn't played well. He came up limping a couple of plays ago. I have to wonder if the knee is bothering him in some form or fashion. And there's Pacom Dadier. I called it. I called for some Pacom. Tibbs got to go to somebody on the bench. See if Pacom can give them any kind of spark here. Final 3 minutes of the second quarter here. He's got to go to somebody, especially considering OG just picked up his 3rd. But I'm wondering if Towns, heard something. Came up limping pretty badly before. I mean, he's moving pretty well now, but he's lumbering is how I would describe it. He's lumbering up and down the court. Brunson coming to his left, getting down into the paint, pulling it back out, forcing the Kessler switch inside the Towns, who turns, fires with a righty hook over Collins, gets it to go. Brunson forcing the switch and just feeding it right down to Towns is beautiful. Beautiful. Keontae George has it up top being guarded by Brunson. Swings it over to Sexton. Back to George. George coming to his right, pulling it back. Josh Hart gets the switch. He gives him space. He fires a three. Can't get it to go. Towns with a rebound. Quick outlet to Josh Hart. And he's all by himself. He's going to go up and throw it down with two hands, baby. Easy baskets. Great pass from Towns. Keontae George over to Sexton. Sexton up top being guarded by Dadier. We'll see if Sexton looks to exploit the rookie here. Gets it over to George. Good to now defense from Bridges on Markkanen. Back to Sexton. Utah looks a little lost here. Bakholm staying in front of Sexton. Great defense from Bakholm Dadier. Sexton inside, forcing it. Can't get it to go. Looking for a foul call. Doesn't get it. Phenomenal defense from Dadier right there. Bridges on the right wing. Hesitation dribble. Hands it off to Brunson. Over to Towns. Towns catches. Pump fakes. Jab step. Coming to his left. Don't force it, Towns. Don't force it. Now coming to his right. Blows past the defense. Lays it up. Gets blocked by Kessler. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it's going back to Utah. I was asking Towns, don't force it. Just hand it off to a guard and run another pick and roll. Kessler, one of the best rim protectors in the league in terms of block shots. But 56-49, 7-point game. Keontae George bringing it down. Under 2 minutes to go now. Sexton coming to his right. Now spinning, coming to his left. Kicks it over to Markkanen, left wing three, and he gets it to go over the contest of Dadier. Markkanen's got it going. That's what we didn't want. He's up to 16 points in the first half here. 3 for 4 from 3. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off a Town screen. Hesitation move, attacking Sexton off the bounce. Step back, fall away mid-range jumper. Gets it to go. And Brunson just absolutely shoved off on Sexton. No foul call. What are the refs looking at today? They're allowing him to play. 59-51. Sexton driving it down, and now they call a foul on Dadier. Oh, no, they call an offensive foul on Sexton. Interesting. I didn't see the offensive foul there. Oh, that's light. Ooh, maybe the refs got something against Sexton, but I guess we'll take it. Brunson up top, snaking the pick and roll, getting to his right hand, steps back, fall away, foul line, jumper over Kessler, can't get it to go, long rebound, Markkanen able to grab it with the long wingspan. Here comes Keontae George being guarded by Dadier, gets it over to Markkanen, after the go screen, right wing three, gets it to go over Towns. And Markkanen, I gotta look, but this may be the best game he's had so far this season. Brunson fakes the handoff, steps back, right corner three. Brunson continues to misfire from the perimeter. It's not your night, JB. It's not your night. Look to feed your teammates. Kessler down the middle of the lane gets the righty layup to go. And some of the processing offensively for these Knicks, a little frustrating. Because Bridges has played well, put the ball in his hands. Josh Hart's played well. Anunoby's played well. Obviously, he's on the bench with the 3 fouls now. But Towns and Brunson have struggled a little bit tonight. So look to help your teammates out. Let the others play, guys. Let the others play. We don't got to force it to you guys if it's not your night. That's fine. That's why we got all this talent out here. They did call a foul on the floor, I believe on Kessler. So it's 64-51. It's a 13-point deficit for the New York Knicks. Mark said so much for leading at half. Yes. Anunoby's going to check in for the final 15 seconds here. Kinohara said they can't miss. Yeah, I mean, look, the altitude doesn't affect them. They live here. So they're just hooping. And Markkanen's a knockdown shooter. And the Knicks let him get comfortable. And that's what happens when you let a great shooter get comfortable. Brunson over to Towns, a straightaway three. Can he get one to go? Still remains without a field goal from three-point range. Same with Brunson as Keontae George rushes it down and knocks down a floater at the buzzer. And so it's going to be 66-51 at halftime, 15-point deficit for the Knicks. And this is what I said I feared at the top of the show. I said the Utah Jazz aren't good. The Knicks should be able to dominate this game. But the altitude scares me. And the thing that really, really scared me, if the Knicks don't have their shooting ready to go, what is their offense going to look like? And Brunson and Towns feels a little bit like they're forcing it. Feels a little bit like they're They're like, oh, well, we're the stars of the team. We got to get the team going. And it's like, no, OG's got it going. Bridges had it going before he took the ball out of his hands, guys. You know? Ken Hart said, I'm sneezing up a storm. Knicks look worse than I feel. Darnell Davis, what's up, Darnell? Reminding people to like button. Yes, if you're in the stream right now and you have yet to hit the like button, please go ahead. Hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps to support the stream. It really helps grow it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Ken Hart said, I told you it was not a chill outfit night. Where's that Deion Sanders attire? No. Here's the thing, though. Ken Hart. If I had dressed up, everybody in the chat will be blaming the outfit tonight. Also, the 5 o'clock start here on the East Coast, it was, I just wasn't feeling it. I was getting dressed up. I was putting the Clyde fit on. I was going through the outfits. I was going to have something on, and I was like, I just don't feel it. It just doesn't feel right to me. I got a feeling, though, that the Knicks' second half is going to be significantly better. It's hard to be worse. It's going to be significantly better in the second half. DJ Punchy, what's up, DJ? They look like crap today. Yeah. You would hope that with the 2 days off, coming off the explosive night against Phoenix offensively, they would have been ready to go, even accounting for the altitude change, but came out a little slow. And honestly, I think everybody for the most part is playing well offensively, except for the two most important players, except for Brunson and Towns. I think they both struggled. Towns, I'm gonna give a little bit of leniency to, because we did see him come down off of fighting for a rebound and then limp a little bit. He didn't even go down to help offensively. Kind of limped his way to half court, and then the Knicks didn't convert the thing, and then he was like, all right, I'm getting back on defense. And it seems like he kind of walked it off, whatever it was, but clearly something is bothering him at that point, you know? Cam's play said JB got to be better. He's been not good. I think he's been the worst player for the Knicks so far tonight, right? Like even Dadier had a good sequence defensively in his 3 minutes. But Kolek is knocked down a 3. Payne, he's 1 for 5. Not great, but 2 points, 3 assists in his 13 minutes. I thought he was active defensively, decent. You expect more from Brunson. He's got 9 points, 5 assists, so he's not horrible. But you expect more from your leader. You need more. Also, the same with Towns. They have almost identical. Although Towns has 10 rebounds in the first half, though, he's rebounding the heck out of the ball right now. He's got 10 points. He's 0 for 4 from 3, 4 for 10 from the field, and pretty sluggish after he came up limping defensively after that. And it's just, Shady Grady, what's up, Shady? He said they're not a championship caliber team for sure. I mean, few teams are. And they'll be an entirely looking different team after January, second half of the season. Knicks didn't look like a second seeded team last season, and yet they were. Then injuries decimated them. So we'll see how the team sort of comes together as the season goes on. Jarek Salvo, what's up, Salvo? It's all about online betting sites nowadays. Sports, it sucks because of selling the game. I don't know, man. I don't bet online, and I still enjoy the game the same way I did 10, 15 years ago. Yak said, we're smaller at every position. It's been a problem. We've been covering up. We'll never understand this. I don't know, big dog. I don't know. Size thing doesn't bother me at all. Knicks players play a lot bigger than you could throw all the stats you want at me. Well, Josh Hart's only 6'5", and Brunson's 6 feet, and you can throw all the stats you want at me, like the heights and all of that. These guys play incredibly big. Josh Hart's averaging 9 goddamn rebounds. Like no other 6'5" guard is doing that outside of Russell Westbrook. That guy's a superstar. Mikal Bridges plays pretty big defensively. At least he's starting to. Did not in the beginning of the year. Defense is starting to come around. I thought he had a good defensive first half tonight. But the size thing doesn't matter. It's 2024 basketball. Did y'all see the Oklahoma City Thunder when Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren were hurt? Did y'all not see that they had 6'7" Jalen Williams starting at center and still maintain a top 3 defense? Like, it's not size. Ain't nobody give a damn about size in 2024. Keno Harris said, dude, Mitch and Precious are hurt, though we are small. I mean, look, Nick Yak wants to see Hug Porty at the 5, Towns at the 4. He's been asking for it all season. And I get where you're coming from. But Tibbs is not going to give you that, big dog. We are 16. I believe tonight's the 16th game. We are 16 games in. Tom Thibodeau is not going to suddenly pivot to, all right, let me put Karl-Anthony Towns at the 4. So I like that. I don't even think about that anymore. It's not even a thing where I'm like, oh, dude, if you could just put Towns at the 4. I don't even think about it because it's not happening. It's not. It's not because I don't want it. It's not because you don't want it. It's not because the fans don't want it. It's simply because Tom Thibodeau doesn't believe that it is a viable way to win basketball games. Now, maybe it could work in certain matchups in the regular season. But Tom Thibodeau does not give a damn about certain matchups in the regular season. He cares about building winning habits for the playoff picture, which is why he plays his guys a ton of minutes, which is why he has long rotations, because that is what happens in the playoffs. Guys play long stints, and they play a lot of minutes. And so Tom Thibodeau, in his eyes, whether you agree with him or not, this is how he views it. I'm building up everybody's tolerance and everybody's bodies and mindsets and habits to be ready for playoff time. Tom Thibodeau, if he doesn't think that playing Towns at the 4 is going to work in the playoffs, he's not going to do it in the regular season. Whether we agree with him or not, he's just clearly not going to do it. Now, I think he may do it with Mitchell Robinson because Mitch is that good. He's that good of a rim protector. He's that good of a rebounder. He's that important to a team as a defensive anchor. Sims is not that. Hug Porty is not that. As much as we like those guys, as well as those guys have played. But he's not doing it. He's not going to do it. Keno Hart said Towns at the 4 is great, but with Mitch, yeah. I mean, I want to see it with Mitch. I think that could be really viable and really effective for a handful of minutes. A game, especially against certain matchups, maybe use it more for matchups like Denver, where you could hide Mitch on the power forward like Aaron Gordon, the exact same way that Minnesota did it, by hiding Gobert on Aaron Gordon and having Towns guard Jokic, and then you have the big man looming behind Towns to help as a rim protector and whatnot. But, you know, yeah. Yak said, out-rebounded, giving up more points in the paint than we get, out-blocked. Whitecat was an all-star at 4 last year. Yeah, but he was also an all-star at center 2 or 3 years ago. So, like, that argument doesn't mean anything to me. Because he was an all-star at the center 2 or 3 years ago. Yak said Minnesota had to give Utah 5 first to get a center and had Cat on the team. Why? Because they wanted to beat Jokic, and they said, well, we can't just have Towns as the big man to beat Jokic. And Rudy Gobert was available because Utah had just traded Donovan Mitchell. And so they called up Utah, and they were like, what is it going to take? They said 5 first-round picks, and they said that's a lot. They said, well, that's what it's going to take. So either take it or not, and we'll just go into the season with Rudy. We're like, fine, we'll take it. Same thing the Knicks did with Towns. They were like, what do you want for Towns? And they were like, we want this. We were like, that's too much. They were like, we don't care. That's the price. And if you don't pay the price, then you're not getting the player. So they paid the price because they wanted to beat the Denver Nuggets. And guess what it did? Helped them beat the Denver Nuggets. But you know who you don't play every night? The Denver Nuggets. You know who Jericho Sims is not? I promise you he's not Rudy Gobert. You know, I promise you Ariel Hugporty is not Rudy Gobert. I promise you Mitchell Robinson is not Rudy Gobert. You know, that worked because Rudy Gobert is generationally one of the best rim protecting centers we've seen over the past 20, 30 years. 30 is a little excessive. Over the past 15, 20 years. He's got 4 Defensive Player of the Year trophies. Mitchell Robinson hasn't made an all defensive team. Now, maybe he would have made 1, maybe 2. Nah, 1. He would have made 1 last season if he stayed healthy. But he didn't. You know. Kay Hayes said Mitch is the top defensive center. We'll see what he looks like when he's healthy, guys. It's all theoretical. All theoretical. Yak said, does Cat even have a winning record at center? Minnesota was a lottery team half the time. Yeah, he was also like 24 though, man. Like those teams were terrible. Like you telling me the team that was led by Andrew Wiggins that Towns was on when he was 23, 24? Like, come on, man. That's how far back we're gonna go to compare it. Like, come on, man. Slim said, Mitch would be our Dennis Rodman, and some would argue Rodman was trash. Some would. Some would. The Knicks are down 15 going into the third quarter here. Oh, I did want to talk to you guys about something at halftime here. All right, Shady, we got to get you out of here, big dog. You getting real weird, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, man. You getting weird, real weird, buddy. Hey, look, I appreciate you guys, but like when people get weird in the chat and they start being downers, like we could just ignore them. Y'all could see I wasn't really reading his comments. Like everybody's down to have their opinions, of course, but when you get real weird like that, I just gotta get you out of here. Stop bringing the room down. Yak said, coming into this year, last 5 years, Cat has played less games than Mitch. And who's playing right now, Yak? Who's playing right now? So I don't give a damn what happened 5 years ago. I don't give a damn what happened 2 years ago, 1 year ago. What are you doing for me right now? Mitchell Robinson sitting on the bench with a cast on his foot, rehabbing, and Karl Anthony Towns is playing basketball. So who cares? Dean Ascool said, how's your day, man? Day was solid. Went to work. Finished at like 4. Rushed back home. Got the stream set up. Watched the Knicks game. That was really my day. Had it in my head all day, like I got to make sure I'm home by 4. And then 4 hit, and I was like, God damn it. I didn't pay attention to the time at all. I got to rush home. For me, it's been crazy. It was a pretty crazy day for the most part. I mean, just getting home was the crazy part, but you know, regular Saturday. Feels like a regular Saturday to me. Hendrik Reyes says, we're a second half team. Let's see how that plays out. As we're into the second half now, Towns has it up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson in the foul line, kicks it out to Towns. Towns is going to put up a three, knock me down. Comes up short, bounces on the rim a couple of times. John Collins with the rebound. Here comes Colin Sexton. Sexton bringing it down, rushing it down, goes right through the chest of Mikal Bridges and lays it up and in with the right hand. And that's not really how you want to open up the half. Josh Hart on the right wing. Over to Towns. Towns spots up for another three, and he continues to misfire. Carl, please, brother. Keontae George has it up top. Gets it over to Colin Sexton. Sexton coming to his right. And then gets fouled by Brunson as he gets stripped up. Mike Torres. What's up, Mike? Mike said if you're going to criticize, knock, and judge the Knicks and troll, you deserve to get canceled. I mean, it's just the troll part. Like, you're not doing that, dog. We're not bringing the room down. Yak said, how unfair. Mitch came back early to help beat Philly and was hurt by a dirty play. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but, like Towns tore his meniscus and came back like a month earlier than he was supposed to, so he could help his team make the playoffs. And in the playoffs, same thing, same situation. Now, he didn't get hurt by a dirty player, which is, thankfully, it's unfortunate what happened to Mitch. Y'all know Mitch is my favorite player. Why? Brunson leans in, puts up a mid-range jumper, gets it to go. Keontae George goes flying. A little bit of a flop, but Brunson definitely pushed off. It's 70 to 53. It's a 17-point differential, 17-point deficit for the Knicks. I think Brunson's trying to raise the energy of the team. He's trying. Come on, Knicks. Come on. Don't get beat down by this Jazz team. They get it over to Collins on the right wing, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his left. He's trying to pick up the fourth foul on him. Collins stops, turns, spins, fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Josh Hart with the rebound. He's pushing it. And a foul on John Collins. A little bit of a frustration foul, probably. Reaching in the half court. Terrible foul. Kennard said, yes, I have no empathy for Embiid, that dirty dog. Yeah, I mean, karma. Karma. That's all I'm going to say. Philly season's going great, isn't it? Embiid season's going phenomenally. Karma, right? Karma comes to bite everybody. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Kessler on the switch. He's going to dance with it, pulling it all the way out. In and out dribble, crosses over, steps back, crosses over to his left, spins to his right, kicks it out to Anunoby, driving to his left, over to Josh Hart up top. He's going to pump fake, drive it down, cross court to Brunson, catches, pump fakes, dribbles to the corner, puts up the three, and continues to misfire from three. Towns with the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Josh Hart, and Josh Hart splashes the three. So, of course, Josh Hart's going to be, I believe, 2 for 2 from three, or 2 for 3, and Towns and Brunson are going to combine for offers from three, because of course. They throw it a lot to Markkanen, who can't knock down the layup. Towns with the rebound, over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart pushing. Terrible inside pass to Bridges. Picked off easily. Josh, terrible pass. And then home run pass to Markkanen, who lays it up and in after the terrible turnover. Brunson bringing it down over to Anunoby on the left wing. He's going to pump fake, drive it to his right, getting down in the lane. Almost throws it over. Bridges able to save it. They swing it over to Josh Hart. Extra pass. Anunoby, a straightaway three. Can you get him? And we continue to misfire from three. Knicks continue to jack them up, though. They're down 16. Keontae George on the right wing. 9 minutes to go. Dancing with it. Brunson guarding him. Coming to his left off the screen. He's got some space. Goes to his floater. Too long. Rebound falls right back into his hands. Over to Collins, who goes up, takes the contact, and he finishes through the contact anyway. Knicks now down 18. Their largest deficit of the game. Josh Hart on the right wing. Spinning. Coming to his left. Up top to Towns. Catches. Pump fakes. In and out dribble. Driving to his right. Down low. Leaves it off for Anunoby for an easy dunk. Good play. Good simple play. Got us an easy basket. Good pass from Towns. Drawing the defense, leaving it off for OG. Keontae George up top. Cross court to Sexton, who's driving it down. He slips, falls, throws it out of bounds. Ball going to the Knicks. Darnell Davis said, we need 23s to win this game. Feels like it. Dinez said, honestly, I don't like where the like button is placed on mobile. Yeah, I get it. Brunson dancing around the town screen, going along the baseline, and throws it away. Terrible game from Brunson. And then Josh Hart fouls Sexton. AP, what's up, AP? They're going to lose this gimme game. Should have been a gimme. Should have been a gimme. But they're going to make it really difficult on themselves. We'll see if they can make this comeback. Keontae George has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right, over to John Collins, a straightaway three over Josh Hart. Well short, long rebound. Brunson picks it up. And he's pushing the pace. Has it on the left side of the court. Keontae George backpedaling. Brunson dancing with it. Stopping, turning, spinning, coming to his left. Behind the back pass to Towns. Towns up top, attacking Keontae George off the bounce. Goes right through the contact, goes up, can't finish. Over Colin Sexton. And then Brunson gets called for the blocking foul on Sexton. Hart said we're just throwing the ball away. Yeah, they look very sloppy in the second half here. I thought we were going to get a much more focused second half performance from the Knicks, but it hasn't really come to fruition so far. Slim said refs doing us dirty tonight. I don't know. I think it's been fine, the officiating. You know, like, yeah, they missed some foul calls here and there, but it's not anything egregious. Sexton on the right wing, up top to Markkanen, being guarded by Hart. Gets it over to Keontae George, left wing three. Well short. Bridges with the rebound. We got to play through Mikal Bridges. Brunson don't got it going tonight. As Bridges throws it over, Bridges, I'm trying to help you out, big dog. Keontae George is going to drive it down, gets absolutely swatted away by Towns, knocked out of bounds. Ball going back to the Knicks. Up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. Pocket pass to Towns. He's driving it down. Scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Great defense from Kessler. The Knicks are just forcing it right now to Towns and Brunson. When they don't have it going, they throw it a lob to Kessler. They kick it out. Sexton wide open right corner three. Splashes it nothing but net. Why are we forcing it? Force feeding Towns. He clearly doesn't have it going tonight. That's fine. That's why you trade for Mikal Bridges. That's why you got OG Anunoby. We don't have to do this. I feel like I've said this many times. I feel like this is the case every single time one of our guys has a bad offensive game. If it's not your night, then it's not your night. We don't got to play through you every single time. Mark said down 19. Yeah, largest deficit of the game. AP said, no way I'm going to blame the rest for getting blown out by the Jazz. That's what I'm saying, AP. Like, yeah, sure, they've missed a call here and there, but like it's really not their fault that the Knicks aren't playing good enough defense. It's not their fault that Brunson and Towns can't hit a shot. Where's my phone? All right. We didn't go through the box score at all, at least the team stats. 8 for 31 from 3 for the Knicks. 11 for 22 from 3 for the Jazz. So the three-point shooting isn't really that bad. They've hit 3 more threes than the Knicks. That's only 9 points, and yet they're down 19. Why are they down 19? They're turning it over. They're missing layups. The Jazz are shooting 52% from the field, and the Knicks are shooting 37. So there's your game right there. They're also losing the battle in the glass, as Yaka said earlier. 34 to 25 now. That is a minus 9 rebound differential. And overall, Towns and Brunson combining to be 0 for 12 from 3. Literally everybody else is, Bridges is 1 for 5, so that's not great. But Anunoby's 4 for 8. Josh Hart's 2 for 2. You know, like can we play through the other guys, please? You know. Okay, he said Mikal's 3 for 10. He's not doing so great either. Yeah, but he's like getting downhill and attacking the defense a little bit more than what I'm liking from Brunson. So far, all we've seen from Brunson and Towns is them play that pick and roll game, and it's just not working tonight. Neither of them are getting anything going. So like, go to a different option. You know? That's why we got him. Go to a different option. DJ said, I just don't see them wanting this game. You know, I don't know if it's like want or, you know, whatever. They just don't look entirely locked in, entirely focused, and they're just missing a bunch of shots. They got to lock in better. They absolutely have to lock in better. AP said if Brunson and Towns were not hitting, then they should try Bridges and OG. Yeah, OG's hitting shots. And like I said, Bridges, you guys pointed out, not a great shooting game from him either. But I like the shots he was getting better than what Brunson and Towns are throwing up right now. All right, Josh Hart on the right wing. Over the top to Anunoby. He's going to put his head down and attack. Goes right into the shot blocker in Eubanks. Can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call, bailout. Play basketball. Look to make the basket, OG. Cross-court pass. Isaiah Collier, left corner, wide open three. Can't get it to go. Towns snatches a rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Knicks are pushing. Brunson has it up top. Coming down. Gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. 25-26, so this game isn't over. Yeah, it's got a weird feeling to it, though. I guess you could say similar feeling to the Chicago Bulls game. They made a comeback in that game. But I will say, like, they made a couple of more shots in that game. Like, the defense was terrible. That was the problem there. And the defense, I'm not going to say it's been good at all. They got 77 points halfway through the third quarter here. But, the offense is pretty pathetic right now. Charlie V, what's up, Charlie? Are we really trailing against the Jazz? No way. Yeah. It's one of those nights. Towns subbing out for Jericho Sims. Jericho, give us some energy, big dog. Can't believe I'm saying that, but we need something from Jericho right now. Josh Hart also subbing out. Astro, what's up, Astro Cat? Brunson knocked down both of his free throws. 17-point deficit. Collins has it up top. Inside pass to Eubanks. Catches. Stops, turns, pivots, spins, flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Payne with the rebound. He's pushing it. Payne in the corner. Anunoby catches. Pump fake. Jab step. Puts up the left corner three. Knocks it down. Okay, OG. He's got to go in tonight. Feed OG. 14-point deficit. Clarkson has it up top. This is similar to the lineup where the Knicks made their run previously against this team, as the Knicks force yet another turnover. Campaign saves it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. And no look pass inside the OG for an easy dunk. This was the lineup we made our run against. The bench unit of the Utah Jazz, as Utah calls a timeout. They saw it. They saw it the way we're seeing it. 12-point game. Jericho Sims is just playing really good, solid defense. Campaign is being a pest. He's in passing lanes as well. And you're just going to have to rely on those guys. Like, Towns doesn't have it going tonight. That's fine. He also came up limping. Fine. Don't play him. Obviously play him. You know what I mean. Don't sit on the rest of the game. But, lean on the others. TOF Moneymaker, appreciate you, big dog. Welcome. Hope you're having a good time. Play through the other guys. Get it defensively. And clearly, the bench guys have it defensively tonight. Come on. Darnell Davis, the bench. Yeah, go to the bench more. I know our starting lineup's great, but they're not playing well. So it's fine to go to the bench. Go to the bench. Slim Slammer says, does Tibbs call the offensive plays or does JB? They don't really have plays or sets. That's like an archaic way. Like, they have some set plays, like coming out of timeouts and out of bounds stuff. But teams don't really run plays, guys. Teams have, systems, we are either running pick and roll at the top of the key the way we practice, and then we're running stuff off of that. Or, rarely do you see teams run a specific play for a specific player. It's usually in a specific moment of the game. I don't think anybody's calling the plays. JB's calling the plays. Tom Thibodeau definitely ain't calling no plays. He's telling, you guys have heard Tom Thibodeau talk about, he says simply, you get the ball in the hands of your best player in the spot of the court where they want it, and then you let the game tell you what to do. Right? They bring two to the ball, you swing it around. They don't bring two to the ball, you take advantage of the one-on-one play because it's damn near impossible to guard anybody one-on-one in the league. What's my name? Was popping my guy. He said OG is the best player in the Knicks for these last games. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been calling him the most consistent player since the start of the season for the Knicks because he consistently shows up every night, offensively and defensively. He's been fantastic all season long, while JB's been rocky. Towns has had some great games, and he's had some, like, kind of games. And tonight's a bad game. I think tonight's Towns' first, well, no, he had a bad game against Cleveland. This is Towns' like second bad game with the Knicks. You know, it's gonna happen throughout the year. But you know, players have bad games. You have to find ways to overcome that. And Tibbs is gonna have to rely on the bench because Jericho Sims is playing well. He's given them a spark defensively here. Same with Campaign. Campaign has given them a spark defensively. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Collier has it up top. Over to George. Keontae George dancing with it, coming to us right off the Eubanks screen. Brunson does a good job sticking with him, and he throws it away as Campaign comes up with the steal, playing the passing lane. Good defense between Brunson and Payne there. They throw it inside the Bridges, high post against Clarkson. This is what I want to see. Play through Bridges, and they call a foul on Clarkson, getting too physical. See? Tom Thibodeau must have heard me. He must have heard me. Going to the bench and playing through Bridges. He must have heard me. He must have heard me. Obviously, you guys were also calling for it. It's very clear. If you're watching the game, you can see it, right? Brunson has it up top, crossing over to his right, snaking it, getting it to his left hand, driving it down, kicks it over to Payne, left corner three, knock me down, Campaign. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Go to the bench. They give us energy. 10-0 run for the Knicks. If they cut it back down to single digits, it's a 9-point game. Keontae George has it up top. Over to Collier. Collier being guarded by Payne. Over to Collins. Collins up top, swing through, coming to his right. Euro stepping down the lane, throws it up, can't get it to go. Jericho Sims battling underneath. They go inside. Anunoby came up with a block. Now over to Eubanks, fighting for the rebound. Eubanks gets it back, gets stripped by Payne. That's the defense right there. Payne bringing it down, feed Jericho. No, Bridges out of the right corner for three, can't get it to go. Jericho offensive rebound, throw it down with two hands. Jericho, line me up, Jericho Sims. They was talking down your name, big dog. He is the Energizer Bunny tonight. Aerial hug Porty who? And Anunoby in the passing lane, he's going to throw it down. It's a 5-point game. We're back into it. Another timeout for Utah. Let's run it. Let's run it. Keenan Hart said it's exactly what we said. Yeah, everybody called it out. You know, it was like, hey, how about we don't play through Towns and Brunson if they don't have it going? How about we go to the bench? How about we try this? How about we just, you know, try different something else, Tibbs? Starting lineup don't got it going tonight for whatever reason. But the bench does. The bench gave them a lead in the first quarter when they subbed into the second quarter. And here they are doing the same thing, end of the third, going into the fourth. It's crazy. Crazy. Hendricks Reyes, I told you. Let's go Knicks. A lot of let's go Knicks in the chat. Dean at school said trust and believe in the students of the game. Sometimes, you know. Yak said bench gives us defense. They do. I mean, and it's honestly like energy too. Sometimes the starting lineup just don't have it energy-wise. And you could point to Brunson, you could point to Towns, sure. But sometimes you need that spark plug. That's why they're called spark plugs off the bench, right? That's why they're called sixth men. That's why teams are like, yep, we need a spark plug off the bench. Whether they're, I don't want to say whether they're good at basketball or not, but like that's important to bring a guy into the team who can just change the dynamic of a game. You can just change the feel of a game. Here we go. Back in after the timeout, marking it. Back in. Clarkson, a foul line pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Payne with the rebound. Payne pushing it. Leaves it off for Brunson. Brunson, in and out dribble, hands it off. OG, a straightaway three. Line me up. He's had it going all night, and he continues to have it going, baby. He continues to have it going. 2-point game. Knicks were down 19. Now we're back into it. Sexton over to Cody Williams. Cody Williams fakes the handoff. Now gets it over to Sexton. Knicks need one more defensive stop to tie this game up or take the lead. Clarkson has it up top. Payne switches onto him. He's going to dance with it. Coming to his left. Inside pass to Sexton. He misses the layup. Fight for the rebound. Knocked loose. Brunson's going to chase it down. Throws the lob to Bridges, catches, goes up, can't finish. Come on. Bad pass from Brunson, bad finish from Bridges. You got to get it to go in. Knicks are on a 17-0 run. They should have made it 19 there. Cody Williams has it up top being guarded by Brunson. They feed Markkanen, who had the advantage, goes in, gets fouled by Jericho Sims. Good foul, Jericho. Put him on his back, Jericho. No easy baskets. No easy baskets. TOF Moneymaker reminding people to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Jay said his heart's still in. Hart is no longer in the game right now. Knicks are rocking with Brunson, Payne, Bridges, Anunoby, and Sims. Markkanen knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Johnny Davis, what's up, Johnny? Cheers for Campaign. Listen, I wasn't a big fan of Campaign. Some of you guys said, hey, believe in Campaign. He's solid. I really like Campaign now. He's won me over almost completely. I'm fully buying into the Campaign experience right now. He is a spark plug, man. I can't wait to see like Campaign, who's getting comfortable right now, playing alongside McBride. It's gonna be nice as they start to build chemistry as well. Markkanen did knock down the foul, his second foul shot. Anunoby misses a mid-range jumper. We're under 3 minutes to go. Clarkson bringing it down, has it up top. Coming to his right off a Kessler screen. Cross-court pass to Markkanen, puts it up over OG. Good contest, well short. Ball knocked loose. Bridges picks up the rebound, and we're pushing the other way. Bridges, right side of the court, he's going to be picked up by the rookie Williams. Coming to his left off a Sims screen. Good screen from Sims. Over to Campaign, left wing three. Can't get it to go. Can't get it to go. Sexton bringing it down. He's pushing the pace. Leaves it off for Markkanen. Coming to his right, putting his head down. Attacking. Foul on the floor by Campaign. Or maybe they're going to say he was in the shooting motion. Maybe they're going to say he gathered. The high vibe. What's up, vibe? Love Campaign for Campaign. The high vibe with the subscription. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time. Mark said, don't fall back behind. Yeah, a lot of effort. A lot of effort just to come back into the game. Very reminiscent of the Bulls game. Please don't have it end the same way as the Bulls game. Markkanen knocks down 2 free throws again. 6-point lead for Utah. 81-75. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Brunson coming to his left off the sim screen. Driving it down, throws the lob up, throws the floater up, can't get it to go. Just rattles out. Cody Williams bringing it down against Campaign, spinning to his right, almost lost it, picks it back up, puts up a righty floater, can't get it to go. Campaign knocking it over the Brunson. Campaign doing a little bit of everything right now. Bridges a dribble, pull up three in transition. I don't like that shot at all. I don't like that shot at all. Cross-court pass to Clarkson. Clarkson left corner, back up top to Sexton. Catches, fires. He's a little off balance. Didn't matter. He knocked down the three anyway from the left wing. 9-point lead to Utah. It's back up. Brunson putting his head down, attacking. Gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Unless they're going to say foul on the floor and the Knicks don't look to seem to be in the bonus. Soon said, I tried to tell Sheffy about the Campaign. You did. You did. You absolutely did. I was against it. I was against it. I wasn't on board with the Campaign experience early on. It is side out of bounds. I get it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off the sim screen. Pass fake over to Bridges. Bridges jab step, cross-court pass. Josh Hart, left wing three, wide open, knocking me down. Comes up short. Hart with the rebound. Stops, turns, spins, out to Brunson. Brunson, the right wing three. Can you get your first one? And Brunson knocks it down. Back to a 6-point game. 78-84. A little over a minute left to go. Sexton bringing it down. Clarkson has it up top, coming to his right. Bridges guarding him, now coming to his left off the Kessler screen. Driving it down, middle of the lane, puts up a floater, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. And Jericho Sims just can't hold on to it, just knocks it out of bounds. Jericho, you got to grab those, big dog. Can't be giving away possessions like that. About a minute to go here in the third quarter. Slim said that three by JB came out from Sims boxing out. Sims has played Sims has been fine. Sims has played very well tonight. I want to see him play majority of the fourth. They get it over to Kessler hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson has it. Inside pass to Kessler. Great help from Brunson, but they call a foul on Brunson. Come on, refs. Phoenix Gleason. What's up, Phoenix? Student said the last game before Thanksgiving are the Knicks at the Mavs. Yeah. Play the Mavs on Wednesday, and then we play Charlotte on Friday, and then the Knicks finally can go back home. As Kessler misses a free throw. Yes, sir. Love it. Love it. Both teams in the bonus for the final minute here in the third. What's my name said OG needs to play full minutes in the fourth. I don't know. Maybe you can. I think you give him a little bit of a breather to start. Kessler does knock down the second free throw, though. Brunson bringing it down. End this quarter strong, y'all. End this quarter strong. Brunson on the right wing being guarded by Clarkson. Gets it over to Payne. Swings it over to Bridges. Driving to his right. Stops in the mid-range. Little fall-away jumper in the paint. Can't get it to go. Sims keeping it alive. Josh Hart wrestling with it with Markkanen. Markkanen able to come out with it. And then hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson has it up top. Pulling it all the way back out. Under 30 seconds to go. Calling out of play with Markkanen. Wants to run the pick and roll. Coming to his left off the screen. Euro steps into Brunson. Creates some space and knocks down the floater. Back to a 9-point lead for Utah. Final possession. Should be the final possession of the quarter here. Brunson has it on the right wing being guarded by Sexton. Brunson's going to hold on to it, run the clock down. Coming to his right, Cody Williams going to switch on to him. Brunson driving it down, stops, turns, spins, kicks it out. Campaign, left wing three. Campaign, line me up at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And that'll be the end of our third quarter, guys. That'll be the end of our third quarter. 87-78, start of the fourth. Knicks still have some work to do, guys. They still have some work to do. Would have liked it better at 7 or 6. Would just feel better about that number than 9. 9 is too close to 10, and 10 is a double-digit number, and I just don't like that. Bank, what's up, Bank? Said, how are we losing to a 3-12 team? Knicks didn't come out ready to go. Playing in Utah is difficult for East teams specifically. And Brunson and Towns have both had pretty poor shooting nights. And overall, I've just played poorly. Big Rud over on the Twitch side. What's up, Big Rud? If you guys didn't know, we are also live on Twitch. We simul-stream the show on both platforms, so whatever you're comfortable with, whatever is your preferred platform to use. Real quick, Bridges, 7 points. I feel like he's got like 15. Only has 7 points. He's 3 for 14. 1 for 7 from 3. He has taken some dribble pull-up threes that I don't really love. 1 for 7 is not good enough. It's not cutting it. Anunoby, 24 points. He's 6 for 10 from 3. 9 for 16 overall. Towns has 10 points. 4 for 14. 0 for 6 from 3. He's been pretty bad offensively. He's got 10 points, 13 boards, 5 assists. If you look at the box score, you'd be like, I mean, he's not shooting it well, but he's got 13 boards and 5 assists. He hasn't played well tonight. Brunson, similarly, 16, 3, and 8. You look at that, and you're like, I mean, it's not a great game, but he's not playing that poorly. But that's just, it's not good enough. Josh Hart, 11, 5, and 2. Could use more help on the boards, Josh. Average is 9. He's only got 5. Jericho Sims, 2 points, 2 rebounds, but he's been fantastic in his 9 minutes. Similarly with Campaign, he's played 20 minutes and he's only 2 for 8, but he's also been fantastic. He's got 5, 3, and 4. Tyler Kolek with 3. He's only played the 9 minutes. We didn't see him in that third quarter. We'll see if we'll see him start of the fourth here. Dinaz said, like Colorado, higher elevation. Yep, and that's usually why they schedule East Coast teams when they go on their West Coast road trip to play Utah and Denver in back-to-back situations like we are. We play Utah tonight, and then we play Denver on Monday. Towns is going to start the fourth quarter. I don't know about that. Tibbs, I know you want either one of Towns or Brunson on the court at the same time, but also if there was any time to try the double big lineup, I would think it would be against a team like this where as Juzang puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Kolek with the rebound, hit ahead to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to drive it down. Euro step down the lane, lays it up with the right hand, gets it to go. There you go, Josh. Yak, to your point, if there was any night to do a double big lineup, Tonight would be the night where Jericho Sims is playing as well as he is, and they have Walker Kessler out there, along with Markkanen. I feel like Towns can guard Markkanen a little bit, you know? He'd have to chase him a little bit, and maybe that's not great with his knee situation, but Sexton dancing around the Markkanen screen, puts up a right wing three over Kolek, gets it to go. I mean, you kind of live with Sexton dribbling around screens and shooting threes, but too much space, Kolek. Payne has it up top, coming to his left off the Town screen. He's got some space, goes to his floater, off the front rim, but he can't get the friendly rolls. It rolls off the side of the rim, and here comes the Jazz. Jazz with the 10-point lead, 90-80. Clarkson coming to his left, throws the lob. Terrible defense from Towns. Get Towns out of there. I'm done with Towns tonight. Done with Towns. Towns has not been good. Get Towns out. Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it on the left side of the court. Gets it over to Towns. Pump fakes. Jab step. Hands it off the Bridges. Coming to his right. Going all the way down. Scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Kessler with the rebound. Here comes Clarkson. Come on. Clarkson coming to his left. Campaign guarding him. Clarkson calling out his teammates right now. Driving it down. Ball knocked out of his hands by Bridges. Out of bounds on Clarkson. Good hands from Bridges. Ken Hart said the amount of bricks we're laying in the paint. I mean, that's also the Walker Kessler effect, right? If we want to give him a shout out, Walker Kessler, once, a target of the Knicks in the offseason, but the asking price was far too high. This is why teams like him. As Towns puts up a three and airballs it. Get Karl-Anthony Towns out of the game. It is not his night, Tibbs. Stop forcing it. Fligo Demuz Bablinka was popping Flig. Peace. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, big dog. Clarkson on the right wing. Appreciate you, big dog. Hands it off to Juzang, who's coming to his left. Campaign chasing him. Gets to the foul line. Puts up a floater. Can't get it to go. Campaign, good, strong rebound. He's pushing the pace the other way. Cross court to Kolek. Extra pass in the corner to Anunoby. Back to Kolek. No hesitation three. Kolek can't get it to go. Towns offensive rebound. Picks it up. But he was out of bounds when he grabbed it. What's my name? Said Towns got to sit out. It's not his night. You don't have to play him. If it's not his night, it's fine. He came up limping at one point. Grabbed the knee. If he's not moving right, if he's not playing the way you need him to play to be effective, he can't knock down threes tonight, it's fine. Everybody's got bad games. It's fine. But sit his butt down. He's not helping the team right now. We're back down 12. Get Jericho in there. Jericho was hooping. Sexton's got to inbound it. Gets it into Clarkson. Clarkson being guarded by Hart. Under 9:30 to go now. They get it over to Markkanen. Catches. Extra pass to Juzang. Juzang back to Markkanen. Puts it up over Towns. Too long, can't get it to go. But Campaign was left to box out Kessler down low. Get my man Jericho in the game, please. Jericho is hooping. He deserves to play more. Campaign is out there huffing and puffing because he's flying around the court. Helping the team in any way he can. Defensively, offensively. He's got 4 fouls. Brunson's checking in here. Ken Hart said, Campaign huffing and puffing, the altitude is clearly a thing. Oh, yeah, it's clearly a thing. I didn't mention it just to give him an excuse. It's a thing. It's real. If you guys have ever been to that part of the country, it's a real thing. Like, it really affects you. Anunoby jumping the passing lane. Bad pass from Utah. He comes up with the steal. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson up top. Utah does a good job getting back. Brunson's going to Euro step down the lane. Kicks it out to Payne. Extra pass in the corner to Josh Hart. Who's going to drive it down. Back to Payne. Straightaway three. Put it up. Gets it to go down. Also looking for a foul call he didn't get. But Campaign has been a huge spark plug for this team. Huge tonight. So is Jericho Sims. Reward Jericho. You're rewarding Payne. Reward Jericho. He's working his butt off tonight. They throw the lob over the top to Markkanen, who cut back door on OG. Hendrick Reyes said they should just play Sims and Hug Portia together. That is crazy, dog. That is crazy. 83-94, Brunson driving it down off the Town screen. Stopping, turning, spinning, pulling it back out over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Markkanen. Coming to his left off the Towns screen. In and out dribble. He's going to dance with it a little bit. Crosses over to his right on Kessler. Stops, turns, pump fake, flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Towns got fouled and won. Got fouled by Markkanen on the tip attempt. And the tip did end up going down. So now Towns is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. For 1 free throw. Big Taz said OG looks tired. Yeah, usually coaches will make quick substitutions when you play in altitude like this so that you get quick hitters, especially to start the game, and then you can sort of let your players play a bit longer. Tibbs doesn't believe in that. And it could end up biting him in the butt here tonight. We've seen it happen. Towns knocks down his and 1 free throw. He's got 13 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, but I don't think he's played well tonight. I would not say he's had a good game. Stats look nice, but I don't think he's had a good game. Kessler has it up top. Tried to force feed it down low to Markkanen, who goes up and finishes. Where are you, Towns? You're guarding Kessler out by the 3-point line. Why? Get back in the paint and help. Why was Brunson in the paint helping? Brunson coming to his right up the Towns screen. Stopping, turning, stepping back. Gets it over to Towns. Towns attacking, coming to his right, attacking Sexton. Goes up. Can't finish through the contact as the ball bounced off the rim. Again, can we get Karl-Anthony Towns out of the game, please? He's been bad. He's been straight up bad tonight. Sexton attacking, throws the lob over to Kessler as Karl-Anthony Towns was on the floor on the other side. Get Karl Towns out of the game. He's going to cost us the game tonight. I don't hate Karl-Anthony Towns, but he's not had a good game. Not offensively, not defensively. He is costing the team right now, and it's fine to have him out of the game. Tom Thibodeau's stubbornness is going to end up losing this team the game because he refuses to play Jericho Sims. I know I didn't, but I'm sure y'all would have never expected me to be the get Jericho Sims in the game guy. I was Huck Porty all the way, but Jericho's winning me over. He's been fantastic this game. Not even good. He's been fantastic. His energy, his effort, his defensive awareness, it's really helped uplift this team. Ishmael Rivas said this game is fixed. Jazz are going to win. 95% of the bets were placed on the Knicks. All right, buddy. Do you think they went over to the Knicks players and they were like, guys, most of the bets are on the Jazz, so we're gonna need you guys to lose tonight. So just miss a bunch of threes. Think that's how that happened, Ishmael? They told Towns to play terribly tonight, right? They told Towns to be 0 for 7 from 3 and for Brunson to be 1 for 7. Before the game started, they were like, hey, Brunson, most of the bets are on you guys, so we need you guys to take a dip tonight. So just miss a bunch of threes tonight. You think that's what they told them? Because that's why they're losing. Because Brunson and Towns are having bad games. Susan said the thin air is harder for taller, bigger players. I don't want to hear that. Then why isn't it affecting Jericho Sims? Don't give me that. That is an excuse. Pointing to the altitude as to why some of the shots have been short and whatnot, that's not an excuse. That is a reason. Saying it's harder for big men is an excuse. It's not harder for Karl-Anthony Towns. Because if that were the case, then Jericho Sims would also be having a rough game, and he'd be huffing and puffing. Come on. Mark said, I never thought I'd hear this out of your mouth. Jericho Sims, possibly the savior tonight, and Tom Thibodeau is too stubborn to put him in the game. Get Towns out. The excuse, you could go to the media. I know he doesn't want to be like, oh, well, then I got to go to the media and explain why Towns said. Just go to Towns and be like, listen, it's not your night. You're not cooking. You were holding the knee. Clearly something bothering you. You're missing layups. You're missing threes. You got nothing going tonight. The defense doesn't look good because you can't move well. I'm going to sit you down here in the fourth quarter, and Jericho's playing well. We're going to get this dub. We're gonna get our rest. We're going to go play Denver, your boy Jokic, so make sure you're rested and ready for that. It's so simple. Why is he so stubborn? This is the stubbornness that bothers me the most. Jericho Sims deserves to play more minutes tonight. He's played 12. He's played 9 minutes? Hold on, let me refresh this. No, that's not real. No. Jericho Sims. Don't tell me he's played 9 minutes. He's played 9 minutes tonight. Get Tibbs out of here. 9 minutes for Jericho Sims, who's been fantastic tonight? Come on, Tibbs. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Sexton. And then turns it over. Also bad game from Brunson. Glenn Johnson, what's up, Glenn? Tibbs should be fired. It's going too far, big dog. Way too far. Air Pegasus, what's up, Air? Is the league. Some nights you're on fire, some nights you're ice cold. Yeah, but you like that happens to every team. And the great teams find ways to win it when you're ice cold. They find ways to win when you can't make shots. You lean on your defense, you lean on your bench for energy, and the Knicks have not done that tonight. Sexton, a right wing three, he splashes yet another one. The love for the game. Said Tibbs still has not learned from the past, not a championship coach. Many people feel the same way you do. Many people do. They get it over to Towns, catches pump fakes, back to Brunson, a left wing three for Brunson, continues to miss fire. Why are we playing the two-man game with two players who have had nothing going tonight? Why are we playing the two-man game with two players who haven't made a shot tonight? These guys have been bad offensively, and yet we're going to force feed it to these guys? Ju Zhang, left corner three, knocks it down. Tom Thibodeau back to the starting lineup with Campaign in for Bridges. Towns back to Brunson. Brunson jab step, driving to his right, going in, kicks it out to OG. Bad pass, but OG saves it. Over to Payne on the right wing, back to OG. OG coming to his left off the Town screen, stopping, turning, stepping back, puts up a straightaway three. Is he feeling it like that? Can't get it to go. Ball knocked loose. Campaign still chasing it. Good defense from Campaign, good effort, good hustle, good energy. I wish I could say the same for every other player. Wish I could say the same for our two stars tonight. Clarkson dancing around a Collins screen. Josh Hart switches on to Clarkson. He's dancing with it. He's in the paint now. Lost it. Josh Hart picks it up. He's bringing it down. It's a 4-on-2. Josh Hart kicks out the Campaign on the right wing for a wide open three, and he splashes it. I was about to say I hate those shots, but at least he knocked it down. 15-point deficit for the Knicks. 89-104. Yak said Cat minus 36. He's been bad tonight. Straight up bad. This is when you can go to the bench. This is when you play Jericho Sims. More than 9 minutes, Tibbs. Terrible rotations from Tibbs tonight. Terrible rotations. Collins has it up top. Over to Kessler, over to Clarkson. Clarkson up top, and they call a foul on Anunoby down low. Gordon Collins. Not going to lie, these refs have been terrible, but they've been terrible for both sides. The Knicks are not benefiting from these terrible calls, and I don't think the Jazz are benefiting from these terrible calls either. And it's not even the terrible calls. They're allowing contact on things you should not allow contact on. You know? Astra said time is running out. Yes, it does. Yes, it is. 5 minutes to go. And another whistle. Is that a technical? Oh, no, an offensive foul on Collins. Wasn't a technical, it was an offensive foul on Collins, a moving screen off ball. All right, here we go. Campaign bringing it down. 15-point deficit. Now or never, Knicks. Brunson up top, dancing around the Town screen, puts up a straightaway three, knocks it down. All right, JB. And it's a 12-point game, timeout for Utah. Okay. We're running out of time, Knicks. Got to get it going. Got to get it going. Big Rud, Utah starting to toss daggers at us. 12-point game. The Knicks are not out of it, obviously. A lot of time left. 4:30 to go. You know. Asher said, yeah, this is over. Not yet. Not yet. It's not looking great, but it's not over yet. Hopefully, Tom Thibodeau, hopefully one of two things happen. Tom Thibodeau, the basketball gods come down and whisper into Tom Thibodeau's ears, you don't have to play Karl Anthony Towns tonight. You could sub him out for Jericho Sims, who's been fantastic tonight. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that was allowed. And he subs Jericho Sims back into the game. And Jericho Sims helps us come back into this game and take a lead, and we win. That could happen. I doubt it, because that's very reliant on the basketball gods. And I don't think they're looking down upon Tom Thibodeau right now. Or Karl Anthony Towns can play well for the final 4.5 minutes here. And makes 2 or 3 threes to bring us back into the game, and Brunson can wheel and deal his way into the paint and get some and ones, and Anunoby can knock down some threes, and Josh Hart can grab some offensive rebounds and, get some layups to go. And all of a sudden we sneak out this game that we shouldn't win because we have not played well overall tonight. And Tom Thibodeau has had a bad coaching night. That could happen. But it's reliant on some really lucky things. AP said, and if they don't do well, this is the playoff. Tibbs has been replaced. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. I could see them saying, like, hey, we got championship aspirations. But I could also see them being like, well, we need depth. We got killed with depth because we traded all our pieces to build this team and this starting lineup. And so if we have an offseason, we can give Tibbs depth, and he doesn't have to run these guys and rely on them the way he relies on them. I could also see that. Yak said, we all seen how active Sims was on defense, and he won't play him with Cat, who needs his help. I don't even want Cat in the game, though, Yak. I don't even want Cat in the game. Get him out. Get Jericho Sims in there. Sims has been fantastic as the center. Just get him in there. I don't want Towns at the 4 defensively. That would be an unmitigated disaster. I know what you want size-wise and just play Towns next to a center, but then you're giving up a ton of threes because Towns is not chasing Lauri Markkanen over the floor. Lauri Markkanen is going to get wide open threes. Who is Towns guarding defensively at the 4? Just get him out of the game. He's not playing well. We're back in here. Keontae George is back in. He's driving it down. Ball knocked loose. Josh Hart comes up with the steal. Driving it down. Goes all the way. Finishes through the contact. Lays it up and in. There you go, Josh. There you go. Back to a 10-point game. And the Knicks have 10 points to overcome here. And Lauri Markkanen is at the scorer's table getting ready to check in for the final 4.5 minutes. Nice and rested, Lauri Markkanen is. Juzang has it up top. Gets it over to Kessler. Hands it back to Juzang. Juzang's going to dance with it around the Kessler screen. The Knicks go under. Juzang puts up the 3, and he knocks it down. Campaign bringing it down. Payne over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Town screen. On the left wing, dancing with it against Kessler. Leans in, steps back, fall away floater. Can't get it to go. Towns comes flying in for a rebound. Insane rebound from Towns. They swing it around to Brunson, who pump fakes, driving to his right. Leans in. Kicks it out to Josh Hart at the last second. Shot clock winding down. 4, 3, Josh Hart. Fall away, 1-footer at the foul line. Can't get it to go. Sexton with the rebound. Colin Sexton bringing it down. Has it up top. They're going to run some clock down because they're smart. Greater Society was popping. Why can't Knicks ever beat the Jazz? 0-60 in Utah since Malone retired. Playing in Utah is difficult. Playing in Utah is indeed difficult. And they foul Keontae George as he's going to the baskets. Banks said GG's. Y'all are out already? Y'all are out on this game? 3:30 left to go. They've got time. It's not looking great, don't get me wrong, but Air Pegasus said Knicks need some defensive stops. This is why we play the wings. We pay the wings all this money, Hart, OG, and Bridges. Yeah, but Towns and Brunson are liabilities, and Towns looks injured. He's not moving well at all. He's had a bad night. And, without a defensive backbone, it's really difficult to be a good defense, which is why a lot of people want to see a big man play next to Towns the way Minnesota had it. Keontae George knocks down both of his free throws. Or splits a pair of free throws, 108-94. 14-point deficit. Feels insurmountable. 14 is a lot, especially with the way the Knicks have played tonight. It is a lot. I believe Utah called another timeout here. Maybe the Knicks called the timeout. Somebody called the timeout. We're back to a break. Big Rudd said, I'm right here, bro. I got 50 minutes until my Bulls play. Oh, man. We never ran ads at the end of the third quarter, so we're going to run it right now, and that'll be the end of ads for tonight. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. And also, if you're in the stream and you have yet to hit the like button, please go ahead. Hit the like button. It really helps support the stream. It's the best way to support the stream because it helps send the stream out to more people, helps signal boost it. Thank you guys. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We do every Knicks game of every season. And there was also that little thing I wanted to talk about at halftime that never got around to talking to it. Now might be a good time. So um, I'm going to commit to doing more games. Obviously, we do every Knicks game of every season. So nothing is changing with our Knicks content. I will just be adding, if the Knicks aren't playing during the weekday, I will be trying to add games. So on Tuesday, we will be doing Houston at Minnesota. That is an 8 o'clock game. If you guys are interested, we're going to be doing as many games as we can this season. That's number one. And number two, we're going to be working on a lot more videos outside of the shorts. We'll still be doing shorts, but long form videos that don't really have anything to do with the Knicks. Just some video essay stuff that I really want to try and do. All right, here we go. They get it into Towns, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson over to OG. Brunson, left corner, stops, turns, kicks it out. Josh Hart, left wing three. Can you get it to go? He can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Towns fighting for it, but it goes out of bounds. Kwame Robertson, what's up, Kwame? Who's up next on the schedule? They play Denver on Monday, and I believe that's a late game. Let's check that real quick. It's a 9 o'clock game. It's a 9 o'clock game. Brunson picks the pocket of Keontae George, but can't control the handle. Bullet pass to Josh Hart. He's going to Euro step down the lane and gets fouled. So Josh Hart's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's still 108-94, still 14-point deficit with under 3 minutes to go now. Nick Yak said, boy, did this ruin my weekend. Right there with you, big dog. I was looking for a possible 5-game winning streak here. You know, I wasn't even really concerned about Utah like that because Utah's not a good basketball team. I was like, cool, we're going to get to 5 wins here, and then we'll go play Denver with a 5-game winning streak. Win or lose, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel good. So now you lose against the Jazz, and now you have to go beat a team like Denver. You have to go beat a team like Dallas, and then you're going to come back to the East Coast and play Charlotte. And Charlotte's no joke, man. Charlotte's no joke. They're an intense young team. LaMelo's playing fantastic. Brandon Miller's playing fantastic. They got some dudes over there. You're putting yourself behind the 8 ball by losing this game here. Josh Hart did knock down both of his free throws. And Brunson's bodying up against Keontae George here. They get it over to Collins. Anunoby goes for the steal. Collins is driving it down and almost turns it over. Josh Hart going for the steal, but can't hold on to it. Was knocked out of bounds and 3.8 to go on the shot clock for the Jazz here. Keith Hendrick. What's up, Keith? Even when the starters are like minus 80 and plus minus and his bench is plus 50, he still overplays his starters. Yeah, not a good game from Tom Thibodeau. Right? Players have bad games. I'm a big proponent of believing that coaches also have bad games. And this is typically how Tom Thibodeau has a bad game, where he overplays guys far too much. Also, Sexton and Towns gets into a little slap fight. Little push fight. Refs come in and they just say, knock it off. And now here we go. Keontae George got to get it in. They throw it over the top to Collins. Over to Sexton. Catch and fires a deep straightaway 3. Rattles it in. That's the game. That's the nail in the coffin. Colin Sexton's going to hit that. 111.96. 2:30 to go. Brunson crosses over to his left, driving it down, goes to his floater, can't get it to go, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Collins with the rebound, gets over to Sexton, and Keontae George will bring it down. AP said, for the record, I want Tibbs out of here. I get the sentiment. I think it's crazy, everything that Tom Thibodeau has done well here. You can't fire a coach without hiring a coach. So whenever people bring up, I want Tom Thibodeau fired, my question is always, all right, then who do you want to replace him with? Who's the guy? Who's the guy then? Who's out there? Campaign has it up top, guarding Sexton. It's a 15-point deficit. They hit Markkanen cutting back door, and Anunoby's forced to foul him. Oh, buddy, we're under 2 minutes to go now. Glenn Johnson said, Tibbs is too predictable, keep overplaying the same players. I mean, he's overplaying the starters, and the starters are, by the metrics, one of, if not the best starting 5 in basketball. Right? Boston's right there too, but they're missing Porzingis. The Knicks have one of the best starting lineups in basketball, which is why he plays them, because they're his best players. And also, the bench guys, Like, you want him to go to the bench? McBride out, Achua out, Robinson out. Shamit tore his shoulder before the season even started. 4 rotation players out, guys. 4 of them. Brunson on the right wing, crosses over to his right, behind the back to Towns, catches, cross court to Payne, extra pass, Anunoby, left corner 3 for OG, gets it to go. Anunoby, keep padding them stats, big dog, keep padding them stats. AP said someone more up to date. Give me a name, AP. Give me a name. OG comes up with the steal. Josh Hart out to Brunson. Come on, Brunson. Just take the 3, big dog. He's going to drive it down. He does get the floater, though. 1:30 to go. Still 12. After all of that, still 12. DJ Punchy said, I saw this coming. I did low-key see this coming. I didn't want to see it coming. I tried to fake the confidence as Sexton cuts back door, loses it, picks it back up, kicks it out, Markkanen, left corner 3 wide open, splashes it. That's the final nail in the coffin right there. Couldn't come up with a stop. They're going for steals. That's why. Towns is going to put up a 3. Is that going to be your first made 3 of the game? Of course it is. Great, Towns, great. Way to show up to the party late, buddy. So I'm saying better late than never. I say better never late. AB said, and why is it he seems to miss 4 or 5 players all at once? It's regular with him. Come on, dog. We're not going to play Precious Achua strained hamstring in the preseason. Like, how is that Tom Thibodeau's fault? Like, you telling me he overplayed Precious in the preseason, right? You gonna tell me Shamit tore his shoulder because Tom Thibodeau played him too much in the preseason? Like, come on, dog. It's not Tom Thibodeau's fault, right? We went through the injuries last year. None of those are Tom Thibodeau's fault. They're freak injuries. A lot of teams are dealing with them. It's a weird season. Just got to get healthy for those role players. And then look, if he continues to overplay the starters when a lot of those guys come back, I'm going to throw my hands up. I got nothing to say after that. But my excuse for him right now is going to be, well, 4 of my 4 leading bench guys are out. You know? What do you want him to do? AP said I nominate Sheffy. I would take that job in a heartbeat. I have no interest in coaching. If they offered me the head coach of the Knicks, they could offer it to me for $200K a year. I'll take a fraction of what Tom Thibodeau is making right now to do that job. Kessler going down, gets swatted by OG. Josh Hart with the rebound. We're under a minute to go. My timer's off. And then the Knicks turn it over. It's 1-8. We can keep up with the scoreboard. It's 118, 106. So, disappointing loss for the Knicks tonight. Very disappointing loss for the Knicks. Slim said, why are the starters still in? Because Tom Thibodeau had some hope as Sexton knocks down a 3. Tom Thibodeau still had some hope that the Knicks could somehow pull this one out. Mark said this one hurt. This one is frustrating. This one's frustrating. Towns misses yet another 3. Air Pegasus said, because Utah is running the score up and not running out the clock with class. I don't know. Play basketball. Stop them from scoring. It's not about class, dog. It's about winning. Air Pegasus said, we need to run it back with them later this season. Houston, too. Houston's really good. This Utah team is really bad. The Houston one, it is what it is. You lost to a good team. They're up to, I think they're first in defense now, Houston is. So they're just a good team. Utah's bad. This one sucks. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you, big dog. Hattie said frustrating. Yeah. I get it. Patrick Thomas said, that is why I don't like Tibbs' coaching style. He doesn't know how to adjust. I think he does know how to adjust. I think the issue with Tibbs is that he's stubborn. Tom Thibodeau will adjust. But oftentimes, like Caitlin Clark has started to say this on Twitter and Blue Sky, which, by the way, I'm not really on Twitter anymore. I'm more on Blue Sky. But you've seen Caitlin Cooper. Sorry, she covers the Pacers. If you guys don't know, Caitlin Cooper is really smart. really smart basketball person, and she often says like my team needs to make the play better adjustment. Like sometimes it's really just that. Sometimes you're just plain bad. And that's what Tom Thibodeau believes. Like, hey man, if we executed better tonight, we win this game. And I don't entirely disagree with him, but also at the same time, terrible rotations from Tibbs. Like Yak just said it, Sims 9 minutes. That's terrible. Jericho Sims was fantastic tonight. This was the best game by far that I've seen Jericho Sims play ever in his career, and he played 9 freaking minutes. Put Jericho Sims out there, right? Maybe we still lose. Fine, who cares? But like it becomes a Jericho Sims coming out party. Like it becomes like, oh snap, Jericho Sims, he's really moving now. He's really figuring some things out. Okay, Hazy said they hit their shots. We didn't. We also didn't execute, and we didn't play well defensively. So, you know, there's a lot that factored into the loss tonight. There's a lot. Roland Chestnut, what's up, Roland? You know what gets coaches fired more than anything? Losing to teams you are supposed to beat. I mean, not in the regular season. And I actually disagree with that. I don't think that's what gets coaches fired. What gets coaches fired is having losing seasons and not meeting expectations. The Knicks will drop to 9-7, right? Knicks will drop to 9-7, and you know, last season they were 15-11 through 27 games, right? So I guess their goal is to be better than 15 and 11 through 27 games, right? Can they be 16-10? Like that's 6 games over 500. It's not terrible. Right? Obviously, you want to be better than that, but you know, like what gets coaches fired is not meeting expectations. The Knicks' expectations is to be a significantly better team than they are at the start of the year. Like they're gelling, they're figuring things out, but this is not a good night. This is not a good night. Darno Davis, appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Hattie said, I wonder if Tibbs wants them to work through it when they don't execute to teach a lesson. I mean, maybe. You know, like we don't know what the discussions are. We don't know what the film sessions are like. So, you know, which is why sometimes I feel weird sort of, you know, ragging on a guy when you don't know what the intention is all the time. Air Pegasus said, we have some animosity with Houston from that game last year. True. When they cheated us. Brunson wanted that win badly when we played them. Yeah. You're right. I forgot about last year's animosity, Air Pegasus. Good call. Yak said, they hit their shots and had a ton of assists, out-rebounded us, another team shooting close to 50% on threes, or whatever they finished at. Yeah, I mean, look, they just played well. The Knicks didn't play a good defensive game at all. I don't know what's up with Towns. He looked labored tonight. I don't know if it was the elevation of Utah. You know, we pointed out earlier in the game that he came up limping off of a rebound and didn't look great after that. Didn't move well at all. I don't know, which is why like maybe you should have leaned on your backup big, Tibbs. If the guy isn't 100% out there and he becomes a liability defensively, maybe you should have leaned on your bench guys, Tibbs. But who are we, right? Who are we? What are we now? AP said they have to make the conference finals this year. That's it. Oh, for sure. Mark said on to the next one. It's a long season. We'll spend the rest of the day being, I don't know about you guys, I'll spend the rest of the day being upset and frustrated about this loss. And then I'm going to focus on the work I have to do on Sunday. And then we're back onto it on Monday. Season doesn't slow down for anybody, so we can't stay mad. Hopefully we can pick up this win against Denver. They are 1-1 on the West Coast road trip. They have 2 more games on the road trip on the West Coast, and then they have 3 games total on the road trip, but they do come back east to play Charlotte. That's going to be a tough game because you're coming from the west to east after a long road trip in the west. And that Charlotte team's young and fun and feisty, and they get up and down and they score a bunch of points. So that's going to be a difficult game. I hope we don't look past that game. But we got tough ones in Denver and Dallas. 2 teams who are looking to be there at the end of the season in terms of you know, vying for a finals appearance. So the Knicks, they got their hands full. Tonight should have been a gimme game, like you guys said, and then you're really looking to win at least one of Denver, Dallas. Now you're looking like, well, we have to win both of those. So frustrating loss. I'm with you guys. Hattie said playing bad in Utah. I mean, it's just every year it's that. Are there any stats for Towns playing bad in Utah during his whole career? I don't know. I mean, he was in Minnesota, which I guess Minnesota is a little closer east, but yeah. Unconscious zone. What's up, unconscious? Sometimes, despite your best intentions, you aren't always on your game. No? Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, I'm not gonna kill Towns or Tibbs or whatever. Like, they had bad games, man. But the thing about having bad games is that's when you lean on the other guys who were having good games. Anunoby was having a good game. Payne was having a good game, and Sims was having a very good game. And you leaned on Payne, you leaned a little bit on OG, and then you just abandoned Jericho Sims, which just is mind blowing to me, But like you said, got bad games, and you got to move forward, and you can't stack bad games. You can't stack them. Got to have a good game after a bad game. You have to. Air Pegasus says, Towns was moving gingerly since he fell the other night and landed on his back. Yeah, I mean, he may just need, like, 1 or 2 games of rest, man. Like, the Knicks don't really believe in rest, but he's not moving well. And that's, to me, that's a sign of just, hey, maybe we should sit this guy. He's not moving well. AP said, I think they lose both. We'll see. The Knicks tend to play up or down to their competition at times. It was nice this season that they didn't really do that. When they played a bad team, they beat the bad team. But playing in Utah is difficult. Frank Laredo, what's up, Frank? Knicks were better last year. Like I said, through 27 games, they were 15-11. So, not really. At this time last year, no, they weren't. I know we all remember like how they ended the season where they were great and we all loved them, but like no, they similarly struggled to grab consistent wins last season. Same thing. Same thing. They were 4 games over 500, 27 games into the season last year. So still got 10 more games to get to that. And if they're 5 games over 500, then this team is better than last year's team. The High Vibe said, need Robinson back? Yeah, I mean, I'm not even thinking about Robinson. That's like February in my opinion. Like not even January. I'm thinking Mitchell Robinson's not gonna be back until February. We need Precious Achiuwa back. Absolutely, we need Precious Achiuwa back. That will absolutely help change the dynamic of this team. Hattie said, we're all just reaching because that was terrible. Yeah, I mean, it happens at the losses. We want answers. Sometimes the answer is just they played poorly, and you have to play better the next game. Right? Unconscious note, athletes are thinking ahead of coaches these days. I'm not sure what that means, big dog. Athletes are thinking ahead of coaches? What you mean by that, big dog? The High Vibe NBA takes time for new players. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking in reference to like new players on the team, like yeah, it's still an adjustment. I know we're 16 games in, and we're all like, well, it's 16 games. Like, how many more games is it going to take? Like, it may take 20, 30 more games. Like they may not gel until game 60. Right? Now they go back and watch like, I don't know what game 5 was this year. I think it was that Detroit game. Yeah. That Detroit game, then they lost 2 to Houston and Atlanta. Go back and watch them play Houston and then watch them play Phoenix, or that's a bad one. Watch them play one of those Brooklyn games. Team looks entirely different in the way like players are playing with each other. Like it's just, unconscious zone, it means they're pacing themselves. I mean, if you read about that unconscious zone, that has to do with front offices and medical staffs. It's not the players. The players aren't deciding like, yeah, I'm going to take it easy tonight. I'm taking the night off, guys. It's like, no, it's the medical staff being like, no, scientifically, If they take tonight off, that'll give them 3 days of rest, and then you have a practice coming up. So it's actually better if they take tonight off. Like that's not the players making the choice, big dog. But that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be it. No need to harp on it. Hopefully this isn't a trend. Hopefully it's a blip, right? They just won 4 games in a row. We were all riding high. It was great. They should have won tonight. They didn't. It's annoying. It's frustrating. But hopefully they show up to play Denver. Hopefully they show up to play Denver. So that's going to be it, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys on Monday. 9 o'clock, later start time, obviously, because they're on the West Coast. 9 o'clock start time. Not as bad as 10:30. So I'll see you guys Monday at 9. I'm out. Bye.